here at Wichita's Lawrence Dumont Stadium. I'm Phil Elson here with you on the broadcast today, and back at the studios at CSN Center Control is Mike Harrison. Nice to have you with us here on a beautiful day in Wichita. It's partly cloudy skies, 86 degrees. The wind coming in very slowly at only 10 miles an hour, which is quite slow when here in Wichita. Beautiful night for baseball, and the Travs and the Wranglers will be getting set for Game 1 of this 4-game series, with first pitch coming up in about 22 minutes. Right now we'll have a break. We'll come back with a look at some Texas League updates as you're listening to the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
As an aircraft avionics technician, I repair just about any electronic component on the airplane.
Jared Lampkin earned a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Electronics Engineering Technology in 2003 and an Associate of Applied Science degree in 2002 from the ITT Technical Institute in Birmingham, Alabama.
My bachelor's from ITT Tech is a really well-respected degree. The school has a lot of hands-on teaching, and it's a really nice atmosphere.
At ITT Technical Institute, you can pursue skills that can be used to help you prepare for a new career or create opportunities in your current field. Call 1-800-ITT-TECH. That's 1-800-ITT-TECH. Or visit us on the web at www.itt-tech.edu to investigate a campus nearest you. Find a potential new path to your future at ITT Tech.
I want to move higher, get everything I can, fly my own plane.
ITT Technical Institute. Education for the future.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi, I just bought a 6-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste?
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying, all I want is flavor.
Sir, there's no
flavor. Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center.
I'll tell you what, I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night cravings, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Welcome back to the ITT Technical Institute pregame show here on a Thursday evening in Wichita, Kansas at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Travs and the Wranglers will get set for Game 1 of this 4-game series. I'm Phil Elson with you on the broadcast today. Bachelor of Science degrees are available in a number of fields from ITT Technical Institute. You can find a program in your interest online at www.itt-tech.edu. Well, both divisions have already been clinched, even with 4 games left. You got the Tulsa Drillers, the champions in the East Division, winning the crown for the second time in 2 years. Meanwhile, out west, it's the first time that the Midland Rockhounds have clinched a playoff berth with the West Division crown since 1995. And the Rockhounds have been a part of the Texas League since 1972. They've been called the Cubs, the Angels, and now the Rockhounds for the last few years. But they hadn't been to the playoffs since they were known as the Midland Angels back in 1995. And Midland, believe it or not, even though they've been around since 1972 in a league that features only 8 cities, Midland has only won one Texas League championship. And it was a split championship in 1975 with Lafayette, because rainstorms forced cancellation of the series. So certainly they'll be doing a little bit of partying in Midland, as much partying as you can do there, as the Rockhounds have clinched the West Division championship. And they had already clinched it by the time they were defeated yesterday by the Frisco Rough Riders. Rough Riders defeated them 6-2. Rough Riders got 3 base hits from Brandon Larson, the DH, who came back from a wrist injury. And Jason Hart hit his 13th home run of the season. Frisco, however, still in last place, tied with Corpus Christi at 26-40. The Hooks yesterday were defeated by San Antonio 9-2. 3 hits apiece for Gene Harris and Nate Espy, while Ismael Castro hit a 3-run homer. Mike Rodriguez homered for Corpus Christi. John Huber got the win for the Missions. He's 4-3. Jason Hurst, the loser for Corpus, falls to 4-6. Then the team the Travs are playing today, the Wichita Wranglers, dropped the game to the Tulsa Drillers by the final of 10-2 in an afternoon battle. It was all Tulsa from the very start. A 5-run second inning put the Drillers ahead for good. Jeff Salazar returned from a knee injury, going 3 for 5, knocked in 4 runs, scored twice. Tony Miller finished 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored. And the Drillers won that series 3 games to 2. So in the standings, it's the Drillers ahead of the Cardinals by 6 games. Travs are 7 games out. Wichita 8 out. Over at West, it's Midland 5 games up on San Antonio. Corpus Christi and Frisco each 13 games out of first place. Last 4-game series of the Texas League first half all across the league starting today. And, of course, here in Wichita, it's the Travs and the Wranglers. At 7:05, it'll be Corpus Christi hosting Frisco. Edison Volquez will take the mound for the Rough Riders. Corpus Christi does not announce a starting pitcher. San Antonio and Midland, a couple of outstanding pitchers in that ball game. It's 7:05. It's in San Antonio's Wolf Stadium. Midland's Jason Windsor, who just came off his first AA victory, will be taking on lefty Bobby Livingston, an all-star starting pitcher for the Missions. And the Tulsa Drillers host the Springfield Cardinals today. 7:05 first pitch. Zach Parker, the all-star left-handed starter for the Drillers, is on the mound today. He'll be looking for his 9th win of the season. Those 8 wins tie him with John Asahina, his own teammate, atop the league for league lead in victories. Jeremy Cummings will be pitching for Springfield. Travs just hit Cummings pretty well a couple of days ago. That is a 7:05 start time out at Driller Stadium. We'll be giving you updates from across the Texas League as we go throughout the broadcast today. And we'll have an update from the major leagues on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Still a lot of interleague action coming up. Now, those major league scores will come up right after these words on CSN from Bale Honda.
Dreams makes the best reality. And the reality is that the Honda Ridgeline is here at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. It's tough as nails and rugged from top to bottom. The all-new 2006 Honda Ridgeline features a rigid closed-box frame with unit body construction and fully independent suspension for confident handling. The Honda Ridgeline with full features. Come see it today and drive it away tonight at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. Bale Honda, making your life's drive a little bit smoother. When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They give free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family-owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com. If you're a fan of sports in Arkansas, then this summer, CSN is the place to be, as we'll bring you Arkansas Travelers baseball, Arkansas Twisters football, and Arkansas Archangels basketball. In May, it's for high school baseball and softball tournaments and state championship games. In June, it's for high school all-star games. And in July and August, we'll bring you the American Legion state tournaments and championship games. Sports action all summer long right here on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
The Air Force is the only branch of service with its own community college. It's called the Community College of the Air Force, and it makes a difference. You see, in the Air Force, you earn college credit for learning your job. You can earn an associate's degree in one of 66 career fields. Your job experience goes farther in the Air Force. For more information, call 1-800-423-USAF or log on at airforce.com. Cross into the blue with the U.S. Air Force. No one comes close.
Welcome back to the ITT Technical Institute pregame show here on the Creative Sports Radio Network. I'm Phil Elsey. Got Mike Harrison back at the studios, and it's a gorgeous day for baseball here in Wichita as the Travs and the Wranglers get set for Game 1 of this 4-game series. Checking a couple of scores from around the major leagues, there were 2 afternoon battles in the American League ballpark, San Diego and Detroit. It was the Tigers winning that one 3-1. Jeremy Bonderman won his 8th game of the season against 4 losses. Dave Williams took the loss well into 2-5. And Troy Percival, the former Angel closer, closed his 5th game of the season. Roberts homers for San Diego, his 3rd. Shelton homers for Detroit, his 1st. The Tigers are just a game under 500 at 31-32, while the Padres are starting to slip a little bit. They fall to 36-20. And their lead, 36-30 is the record for the Padres. They lost their 4th in a row. And Padres' lead in the West Division of the National League is down to only a game and a half over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Out in Oakland today, the New York Mets got home runs from Mike Piazza and Carlos Beltran in a 7-run fifth inning. And the Mets went on for a 9-6 win in Oakland today, evening their record at 33-33, while the A's dropped to 27-38. Chris Benson picked up the win, his 5th of the season. Save went to Braden Looper, his 13th. Kotze and Swisher went deep for the Oakland A's. One game in progress in a National League ballpark. It's the Braves leading the Reds 2-0. Bottom of the second, Rafael Furcal in a home run in the first inning. It was his 5th of the year. The Rockies and the Indians, right now top of the third, 0-0 is the score. The Yankees, after a dramatic comeback victory over the Pirates yesterday, the Yanks are up on the Bucks 4-0 in the top of the third as the Yankees go for the sweep. Hideki Matsui has gone deep for the 6th time this year. The Wranglers affiliate, the Kansas City Royals, are hosting the Dodgers today, and they'll go for the sweep over the Dodgers. It'll be Derek Lowe on the mound for the Dodgers against former Wrangler Zach Greinke, who's gone 1-7 to start the year. San Francisco and Minnesota tonight at the Metrodome. It'll be Brett Tomko and Joe Mays, the starting pitchers. Seattle hosting Philadelphia as well, Joe Pinheiro, and it'll be Brett Myers on the mound for the Phillies. You can certainly see that there are not all that many games in the major leagues today. We'll have a full slate of games tomorrow, of course, on a Friday night. Angels lost yesterday 1-0 to the Washington Nationals and fell in that series 2-1. Of course, a lot of emotion coming out of that series with a pine tar incident involving Brendan Donnelly's glove. Dallas McPherson had a chance to be the winner yesterday. Came over the bases loaded in the 9th inning, and Chad Cordero struck him out to end the ball game. So the Angels still in first place in the American League West Division, but now the lead is down to a game and a half over the Texas Rangers, who picked up a win yesterday. Tomorrow, the Angels hosting the Marlins at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Jared Washburn will be pitching for Los Angeles. And it doesn't look like Urban Santana will be making a start in that series, but he should get a start the next time out against an American League opponent. Well, the Travs warming up down the right field line. I haven't seen the starting pitcher yet start to warm up, but I do see Brian Bass, the starting pitcher for the Wranglers, warming up his right arm. So it looks like we should be on track for a first pitch in about 10 minutes. Let's take a break. We'll come back with a starting lineup, as this is the ITT Tech pregame show on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Now, Goldie's Music has assembled over 50 of the greatest rock and roll songs ever recorded in one 3-CD set called Rock and Roll Greats. You'll get Bill Haley and the Comets, Jerry Lee Lewis, the Everly Brothers, Gene Vincent, Brenda Lee, Fats Domino, Danny and the Juniors.
It's just great balls of fire.
Yes, over 50 of the best rock and roll songs in one package, a must for any collection. Nothing but the hits from Carl Perkins, Bobby Day, Lloyd Price, The Flatters, Little Richard, The Diamonds, The Beach Boys, and many more. 50 rock and roll greats.
Let's go surfing now. Everybody's turning now. Come on, it's a party.
Plus, the best of the girl groups.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. That's when I fell for leader of the pack.
Call now and order Rock and Roll Greats. Makes a great gift. Call 1-800-939-3995. That's 1-800-939-3995. 1-800-939-3995.
If you've tried getting tickets for your favorite sporting event only to find there's no tickets available, then you need Ticket City. Log on to TotalSports1380.com and click on the Ticket City banner. Ticket City is your one-stop source for the hottest sporting events like college football, the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, golf, NASCAR, and more. Plus, Ticket City has tickets for concerts, Broadway, and Las Vegas shows. Log on to TotalSports1380.com and click on the Ticket City banner. Ticket City has your tickets. And Ticket City has a 200% money-back guarantee and the latest online security features. Tickets are displayed in real time. That means if tickets to your event are listed, you can be sure they're in stock and ready for you. See for yourself. Log on to TotalSports1380.com and click on the Ticket City banner or call 1-800-SOLD-OUT. Your tickets are waiting for you at Ticket City. Log on to TotalSports1380.com and click on the Ticket City banner. When you can't get tickets, Ticket City and Little Rock's ESPN 1380 are your ticket link.
Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
KDXE North Little Rock. A presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network, brings you Arkansas Traveler Baseball. Today's game is brought to you by the ITT Technical Institute online at itt-tech.edu, by Coca-Cola, make it real, by Miller Lite, prevent taste loss with Miller Lite, by Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate, and by the Sonic Drive-In. Arkansas Traveler Baseball is brought to you statewide on the Creative Sports Radio Network by Vail Honda. See the new Honda cars and trucks today. The U.S. Air Force, crossing to the blue. The Bank of the Ozarks, with several locations to serve you. And by the Conedo Tax Advisory Group. And now, the Texas League Arkansas Travelers.
It's a beautiful day for baseball along the banks of the Arkansas River in downtown Wichita, Kansas. Phil Elson with you here at the old ballpark, the 8th oldest ballpark still in use in the minor leagues, and that makes it the 2nd oldest park still in use in the Texas League. Opened in 1935 and been updated quite a few times since then. Artificial turf infield surface, the grass outfield surface. Lawrence Dumont Stadium measures 400 feet to dead center, 330 down both lines, and while the outfield gaps are not measured, looks like it's about 375, 380 feet to each power alley. It is a symmetrical ballpark with the exact same dimensions as the Royals' Major League affiliate Kauffman Stadium, Casey Royals Ballpark, which they pushed the fences out from about 300 feet in right field to 330 about 5 years ago. And it is possible to rob a home run here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, as the outfield fence is only about 7 feet tall. Let's get to the starting lineups here for Game 1 of this 4-game series. We'll begin with the Wranglers. They are managed by former All-Star second baseman Frank White and enter the game with 32 wins and 34 losses. Leading off will be the second baseman Brett Groves, and batting second in center field, last year's first-round draft pick Mitch Meyer. Batting third and at first base, Justin Huber. Cleaning up and in right field is Corey Aldridge. He's the league's leading home run hitter with 14 long balls this year. Batting fifth as the designated hitter, Josh Presley. Batting sixth, the All-Star shortstop, Mike Aviles. Hitting seventh at third base, Brennan King. Batting eighth and catching, Matt Tupman. And batting ninth in left field, Mel Stocker. The Arkansas Travelers coming in with a 33-33 record, managed by Tom Gamboa. Out in center field today and at the top of the order is Reggie Willits. Batting second, the All-Star second baseman, Alberto Callaspo. Hitting third, and the All-Star shortstop for the East Division, Erick Aybar. Batting cleanup today, and instead of catching, the designated hitter, also an All-Star, Mike Napoli. Still looking for his first Double-A hit, and batting fifth and at first base is Kendrys Morales. He's gone 0 for 11 in his first 3 games with the Travelers. Batting sixth in right field and back after missing a couple of games with a wrist injury is Tommy Murphy. Batting seventh at third base, Greg Porter. Hitting eighth in left field, David Gates. And batting ninth and catching today is Brent Del Chiaro. The pitching matchup in this one, you got a couple of right-handers on the mound, and each going in different directions. Ryan Bass takes the hill today for the Wranglers. Bass is making his 14th appearance. His record is 5-4 with a 6.21 ERA. The rest of the numbers for Bass: 94 hits allowed in 75 1/3 innings. 7 of them have been hit for home runs, and a .310 batting average against him. Bass has allowed 57 runs, of which 52 are earned. He's walked 27, striking out 40. He's also thrown 8 wild pitches. This will be the third start for Bass against the Travs. Bass's record against Arkansas, 1-1 in 2 starts. 5.59 ERA, and Arkansas bats .325 against him. 13 hits and 9 2/3 innings. Bass has been hit very hard in his last 2 starts. He's given up 13 runs in 12 innings in the 2 starts this month. A .975 ERA and allowing an average against of .385. So hasn't pitched very well since his second to last start in May, when he picked up a victory over Corpus Christi, limiting the Hooks to only 2 runs in 7 innings. But since then, he has given up 17 runs in just 15 innings. Meanwhile, on the mound today for the Travelers is right-hander Steven Shell. Shell making his 14th start, his record 3-4, and a 484 earned run average. In 70 2/3 innings, Shell has allowed 81 base hits, and 12 of them have been hit for home runs. That ties him for the most home runs allowed in the league this year. The good thing about that is that 8 of those home runs have been hit as solo shots. The league is batting .301 against Shell, and he's allowed 42 runs, of which 38 are earned. He's walked 30, struck out 54, and thrown 4 wild pitches. Shell, however, has pitched very well in the month of June. He's allowed just 3 runs in 2 starts. That's covering 12 1/3 innings, a 2.19 ERA. And if you go back to his last 3 starts, he's won 2 of those 3 starts, got a no decision in 1 of them, and has allowed only 5 runs in those 3 starts, covering 16 2/3 innings. So Shell has pitched very well recently. Actually, they'll cover 18 2/3 innings. Shell has turned his season around after a subpar start, starting to look like the prospect we heard about when he was the Travelers' opening day starter on April the 7th. Steven Shell on the mound for the Travs, and Brian Bass, the starting pitcher for the Wichita Wranglers. The umpire crew for this series, you've got Aaron Banks, Todd Waters, and Brandon Cooney. Waters is the crew chief. He'll be calling the outs at third base today. At first base will be Cooney, and Banks calls the balls and strikes today. Right now we're getting the lineups exchanged at home plate, with Traveler manager Tom Gamboa in the customary road gray uniform with Little Rock in cursive across the chest, and Frank White, the gentleman manager of the Wichita Wranglers, in the new uniforms for the Wranglers. They've broken them out for this year. Home uniforms are cream colored with red lettering, kind of a block old Western style lettering, red hats. They've done away with the purple, the puce, and the pinstripes, and much more classic baseball uniforms here for what certainly is a classic baseball franchise. Well, we've hit the top of the hour, so we'll take a 10-second station identification break. From Lawrence Dumont Stadium in Wichita, Kansas, this is CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Arkansas Traveler baseball.
Little Rock's ESPN 1380, KDXZ, North Little Rock.
Well, definitely a harrowing day for the Arkansas Travelers coming out of Little Rock today at about 8:30 on the luxury liner, which didn't quite feel so luxurious. Had nothing to do with the driving of our fabulous bus driver, Jim Crane, who got us here a little quicker than I think we expected. Only took us about 6.5 hours. But the bus today did not have air conditioning, and so we had a bunch of sweaty guys on the bus. They stripped down to taking their shirts off. That's how hot it was on the bus. So we've got a team that did not take batting practice. They were hot on the bus. We'll see how they react coming back to Wichita, where they'll be taking on the Wranglers. You'd like to have a nice little bit of air conditioning when you're taking a ride with about 30 guys all crammed in a bus like a sardine can, but they did not get it, and so we'll see if that has anything to do with their performance today. The Wranglers have taken the field. We'll take our last break. When we return, the first pitch as the Travs and the Wranglers get it on in Game 1 of a 4-game series right here on the Creative Sports Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
He joined the Air Force in 1964 and served in Vietnam. He commanded forces in the far corners of the globe. Rising through the ranks, he served as a 3-star general at the Pentagon. You'd think 30 years of distinguished service would be plenty. But if you're Norman G. Leasing, Lieutenant General, retired United States Air Force, that's just the beginning. Today, he's pursuing a new career as Walmart's Vice President of National Government Relations. Norm's journey took him near and far, through Asia, Scandinavia, Europe, the Middle East, and Webster University, where he earned a master's degree that served him well in his career. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
For more information on graduate degrees from Webster University in Little Rock, visit them on the web at webster.edu or call them 800-828-2598.
Hey, fans, Bill Valentine here with a question. When was the last time you saw the Travs turn to triple play? That's right, I can't remember either. So this year, we're going to celebrate if the Travs manage to turn that trick. $100,000 to one fan if the Travs will complete a triple play during the 6th inning of a home game. You got to be 18 to enter with a valid driver's license, and you must be present to win. It's the Travelers' $100,000 triple play giveaway all season long here at Raywinder Field.
Fire and desire, mixed with McIntyre. Dr. Pepper, the originality to inspire. I like the taste of Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality. Solution to sensuality, and gives life a personality. Do what you do. See you, nothing's better, Dr. Pepper.
It's Arkansas Traveler Baseball, and it's live on the radio on the Creative Sports Radio Network. Thanks to our affiliates carrying the broadcast today, we're live at KARV Russellville, KBJT Fordyce, KPBQ in Pine Bluff, KOTN in Pine Bluff, KDXE Total Sports 1380 in North Little Rock, and our flagship station, KASR, Arkansas Sports Radio 92.7 FM. Phil Elson with you on the broadcast today. Looks like we're on time for about a 7:05 first pitch. They publish a 7 o'clock first pitch on the Wranglers website and then their pocket schedule, but they really mean 7:05. And that's just a ploy to try to get some people here a little earlier. Brian Bass right now is warming up on the pitcher's mound, and the infielders getting their warm-ups on. This will be game 11 between these teams. The Travs have won 6 of the first 10. Arkansas's batters hit .308 against Wrangler pitching. They've hit 3 home runs and have scored 68 times in 10 games. Of course, that's an average of 6.8 runs. Meanwhile, Wichita hitting .267 against the Travelers. They've hit 9 home runs in 10 games against Arkansas, but 5 of them came in 1 game. And that was a very tough loss taken by the Travs back here in Wichita. A 10-7 loss to the Wranglers on April the 24th, a day game where the Travs had a 5-run lead and ended up losing as the Wranglers busted back in the 7th inning and stormed in front for a victory. Stepping in to lead it off for the Travelers is center fielder Reggie Willits, a switch hitter batting left-handed. And here's Bass's first pitch at 7:05. A called strike by plate umpire Aaron Banks, and we're underway in Wichita. Willits, Callaspo, and Aybar, the top 3 hitters in the order, all switch hitters against Brian Bass. And here's the 0-1 to Reggie. It is low and outside. It's 1-1. Willits hitting .316. No homers, 22 RBIs. And is hitting an even .500 in 10 games against Wichita. Bass delivers a 1-1. And it is smacked foul out of play on the left side. Willits in the hole now, 1-2. Just been given a note that there's been a change in the Wranglers lineup. 3 changes, actually 4 changes. Mitch Meyer will not be starting today, so we won't see a first-round draft pick for the Royals. Give you those changes in a little bit. The windup by Bass on the 1-2 to Willits. Swinging a foul ball in the air over third and heading towards the bullpen at left field, where it will bounce next to the bullpen and end up in the backstop of the home bullpen in left field, right in front of the batting cage. Getting buzzed by a helicopter now right over top the ballpark. Willits still awaiting a count of 1-2 as he leads off the ball game. Bass shakes the sign off. Here's the 1-2, and he strikes him out swinging. Got him on a changeup. It was dropped by the catcher, and he'll flip onto first base to retire Willits. That's out number 1 of the ball game. That's strikeout number 41 for Bass. He is not an overpowering pitcher, and he got Willits in front of a changeup. Here's the new lineup for the Wranglers. Grove still leading off at second. Matt Tupman, instead of batting 8th, is batting second. He's still going to catch. Then Huber and Aldridge 3 and 4, but Aldridge now in left field instead of right. Then Presley, Aviles, King 5, 6, and 7 in the same positions. And then it's Mel Stocker in center field batting 8th, and Wilkin Ruan batting 9th in right field. So Meyer instead out of the game. Alberto Callaspo takes a first pitch strike on the inside corner. He's the Travs' leading hitter, hitting .329. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a high fly ball to center. Going back is Stocker, and he makes the catch. Ball wasn't hit very hard. Straight out towards Stocker in center field, and there's one as 2 away now as Callaspo flies out. So the new alignment in the outfield for Wichita is Aldridge in left, Stalker in center and Ruan in right. In the infield, it's King, Aviles, Groves, and Huber. From third to first, and Bass's battery mate is Matt Tupman. Here's Erick Aybar, the Traveler All-Star shortstop, hitting third in the order. No one on base and 2 outs. Bass's first pitch, a fastball at the letters, and Aybar takes a strike. Erick, fresh off his first 4-hit game of the year at 2 singles, 2 doubles. Here's the 0-1. Low and inside, a ball and a strike. Problem was, Aybar was thrown out on the bases 2 times. 1 time at the plate, and 1 time at second base, attempting to steal as the final out of the game. The 1-1 from Bass is away from the plate. It's 2-1. So Aybar's average is up to a season-high 283 now. 4 home runs, 25 RBI. Playing deep up the middle, a little closer in at third. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a bouncing ball away from the first baseman and foul. Huber went chasing after it past Todd Takayoshi, the Traveler first base coach. Foul ball makes it 2-2 to Aybar. Aybar wasn't the only culprit thrown out on the bases yesterday. He had 6 Traveler base runners erased on the path. That's 2 full innings given away with men thrown out on the bases. Not all of them were mistakes, but there certainly were some mistakes made on the bases yesterday. They're trying with a fresh slate today. The windup in the 2-2 pitch to Aybar. He taps it towards the mound and played by Bass, leaning towards first base, the lunge out. And he'll retire Aybar halfway to first, an underhand flip. So the Travs send 3 batters to the plate, 3 batters go down. And we'll bring the Wichita Wranglers coming up after these words on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Sports fans, come springtime, there are 2 places in this world that you consider sacred ground: the baseball field and the golf course. And you know there's only one tractor up to the task of keeping them perfect: John Deere. The greatest tractor built to maintain the greatest of games. But this legacy lives well beyond the fairway and the outfield. It can live in your yard thanks to John Deere's edge cutting system. It lays down the perfect cut every time. Nothing leaves grass looking better because nothing runs like a deer. Go yard at a John Deere dealer near you.
There's a lot of excitement here in the natural state over the discovery of the ivory-billed woodpecker. Once thought to be extinct, this bird has people from around the world coming to Arkansas. This is Terry Horton, Executive Director of the Arkansas Wildlife Federation. Now, thanks to the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, the Arkansas Wildlife Federation is offering John Deering's beautiful color artwork of the ivory-billed woodpecker on a T-shirt and giving you the opportunity to support wildlife and conservation at the same time by becoming a member of the Arkansas Wildlife Federation. For just $25, you'll receive your T-shirt and a 1-year subscription to the bi-monthly Arkansas Fish and Wildlife publication. And 100% of your donation stays right here in Arkansas. To become a member and receive your ivory-billed woodpecker T-shirt, call the Arkansas Wildlife Federation in Little Rock at 501-224-9200, 501-224-9200, or 1-877-945-2543, 1-877-945-2543. It makes a great gift, too.
It only took 2 minutes to get 3 outs. So Stephen Shell already on the pitcher's mound, getting his warm-ups in. Got a couple very large banks of clouds coming overhead right now. Got a huge gray cloud right up above the ballpark and just a couple patches of blue skies over the river, which is past right field and center field. And it looks like there may be a chance for rain today out here in Wichita, where it's been raining quite a bit recently. They are calling for 70% chance for storms, and on the radar screen, Dodge City is getting hammered. Dodge City is, about 100 miles to the west. So we'll be getting some storms sometime tonight. Hopefully it's once this game is over. Leading it off for the Wranglers here in the first inning is Brett Groves. He's a switch-hitting second baseman batting left-handed, and he'll take the first pitch from Stephen Shell on the outside corner, and it's strike 1. Matt Tupman batting second, and then followed by Justin Huber. Groves hits .227, no homers and 8 RBIs. Shell into the windup. And the fastball on the inside corner. It's called strike 2 to Groves. Travs haven't seen Groves all that much. He'd only played 3 games against them in the month of April. Went 0 for 5, striking out 2 times. Shell, second on the team with 54 strikeouts. He's ahead 0-2 on the leadoff batter. Here comes his pitch. It is high and away with a fastball, ball 1. Stevens been picking up a head of steam recently. 3 pretty good starts all in a row, including 2 wins. Here's the 1-2. Curveball. Got him looking right down the middle. Groves frozen at the plate, and Shell racks up a backwards K to start the game. Strikeout number 55 on the year for Steven Shell. Now, one thing that hasn't been skyrocketing recently is Shell's strikeout totals. Strikeout of Groves is only the 8th strikeout over the previous 4 starts, and that counts today. Shell's been focusing more on having the ball put into play. Here's a pitch to Matt Tupman, and it misses just above the letters. Ball 1. Tupman's letters are a little closer to the ground than most other players. Listed at 5'11", more like 5'9", 5'10". The 1-0 is fouled off the catcher. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Tupman. He's hitting .280. No homers and 15 runs batted in. Travs and Tupman have a little history this year. He and Erick Aybar had a little scuffle at Ray Winder Field back in April. The 1-1 pitch, high and inside, and he backs away. 2 balls and a strike. Justin Huber is on deck. Huber has had a 2-homer game against the Travs this year, and he will be starting at first base for the East Division All-Stars next Tuesday at Frisco. 2-1 the count as Shell shakes a couple of signs off. End time called by the batter. Tupman doesn't step out of the box, but under a little break in the tension there. 1 away, no one on for Tupman, and Shell now delivers a 2-1 pitch. Changeup drops outside, and he falls behind 3-1. Tupman was one of Wichita's top hitters for the first month and a half. Slumped a little bit recently. 3-1 pitch, called strike 2 on the outside corner. And it takes the count to 3-2. Tupman coming off a 2-for-12 series against the Tulsa Drillers. Did not play in yesterday's series finale. Shell's 3-2. Bringing a hard grounder up the middle, and Tupman is singled with 1 away. Shell came with a fastball on the full count pitch. Put it on the inside portion of the plate, and Tupman puts it right over the mound and into center. And he is the first man to reach base today. Now Justin Huber comes up. Huber was traded over from the Mets just last year. Used to be a catcher. Now he's playing most of his time at first base. 6'2", 200 pounds. Good power to left field. Average hitting at .329, 9 homers, 48 runs batted in. Having a very good season. Shell from the stretch, and Huber takes a first pitch fastball right over the heart of the plate. That's strike 1. Huber, the number 4 hitter in the league. He is tied with Alberto Callaspo with a .329 batting average, but Callaspo has 1 more hit than Huber does. The stretch by Shell in the 0-1. The curveball breaks on the inside corner, and Huber takes strike 2. Huber leading the Wranglers with 49 runs scored, .518 slugging, .420 on base. Altogether, he's not the most all-around offensive package. The pitch is fouled away. A slow breaking ball fouled over the first base side of the field, and it remains 0-2. With Huber, you get good high batting average, a little bit of power. Nobody else quite has that total package on this team. And he is counted as a prospect for the Royals. Stretch by Shell. It's still 0-2. Tupman, the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit in the air to left center field. Hit pretty well. That's going to get to the gap and bounces on the warning track. Picked up by left fielder Gates off the fence. Tupman around third. And as he comes to the plate, there's no throw home. He scores standing up. A run-scoring double for Justin Huber puts the Wranglers ahead 1-0. Neither Gates nor Willits had a chance to get to the baseball while it was in the air. That was hit directly between the left and center fielders. And so the Wranglers get ahead early. Shell gives up a first-inning run for the first time in a while. Stevens' first-inning ERA is .762 entering this game, but he hadn't allowed a first-inning run in either of his last 3 starts. Now it's Corey Aldrich coming up. the league's leading home run hitter, waves and misses at a changeup for strike one. Credit Huber with his 49th run batted in and his 17th double. Now leapfrogs over his teammate Aldridge for number 2 in the league in RBIs, 3 behind Tulsa's Ryan Spilborn. Shell with an 0-1 to the left-handed hitting Aldridge. Fastball under the knees, and that's ball 1, 1-1. Aldridge, formerly a prospect in the Braves organization, was picked up by the Royals after getting released last year, and all he's done is hit and hit some more. 14 home runs, leading the league, 280 average, 48 RBIs, now third in the circuit. Here's the 1-1 from Shell. The changeup again, and Aldridge swings over top of it and misses. 1-2. 1-0 Wranglers here in the bottom of the first. Travs went down in about 2 minutes pretty quickly. And the Wranglers get a 1-out single by Tupman. Huber chases his home with a double to left center. And now Shell ahead of Aldridge 1-2, looking for the second out of the inning. Comes set at the chest, checks second twice. Now the pitch, and a swing and a fastball. Tipped into the catcher's mitt. Del Chiaro squeezes for strike 3. Aldridge out on strikes for the 60th time this year. And Shell has recorded 2 strikeouts in the first inning, which already gives him as many strikeouts as he did have in his last outing. 2 strikeouts in 6 innings in a no decision against Springfield. The time before that, a 3-1 win over Midland. Shell struck out only 1 hitter in 6 1/3. So 2 away, and here's left-handed hitting DH Josh Presley. Presley, the biggest guy in the lineup, standing 6'6". Left-hander with an open stance, deep in the box. Shell from the stretch with a fastball, just missed the outside corner, and it's ball 1. Presley hitting .306, 6 homers, 25 RBI. Kind of a soft .306. He only has 19 extra base hits. Shell ready. Count of 1-0. Here's the pitch. Outside again. Ball 2. 2-0. Left fielder David Gates is positioned closer to the corner. He's opened up a large gap in left. Center fielder Willits is a few steps towards left field. Murphy, the right fielder, average steps. Porter, Aybar, Callaspo, Morales, the infielders, all deep. Here's a pitch. 2-0 on the outside corner. Strike 1 called. 2-1. The infield surface here in Wichita is probably the fastest in the Texas League. It's made of AstroTurf, the only artificial turf infield surface in the circuit. Here's the 2-1. Presley takes it in the dirt, and Del Chiaro down to the knees to block it. Ball 3. You hear a lot about the so-called true bounce on AstroTurf infield surfaces, but you might get the true bounce here, but the ball just picks up speed as it bounces along this carpet. Not the prettiest carpet in the world either. They could use some shag. Here's the 3-1. A strike on the outside corner brings it full, 3-2. Shell's gone full on 2 hitters this inning. 1-0 Wichita. Bottom of the first still. Huber the runner at second after his run-scoring double. And Shell has a chance to strike out the side. Hands together by the righty. Here's the pitch. And he walks him. Left it high and away for a 2-out walk. Third base runner of the inning brings up Mike Aviles.
Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Mike Aviles.
Aviles is the All-Star shortstop. He is not going to start at shortstop in the All-Star game. Erick Aybar gets that award. However, Aviles will be the reserve infielder. He's hitting very well, .292 average, 8 homers, and 41 RBI. Right-handed hitter. Here's a pitch, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Where Aviles has some issues is defensively. He's committed 17 errors. Not as much range as Aybar. Aybar's committed 16 errors. Right around the same in the error department. Aybar much, much more range. The 0-1, swing and a foul straight back. Aviles done a good hack at a fastball just above the letters. And now Aviles, as he circles around behind the umpire, has a count of 0-2. Aviles, however, while he lacks a little bit in the field when compared to Aybar, he has more power than Erick. with those 8 home runs and 18 doubles, which ranks third in the league. And at first and second, Huber and Presley, the base runners, 2 outs. Here's a stretch by Shell, now the 0-2. And the curveball hit in the air to deep left field, going back at it, Gate. That's over his head, and it is off the fence. It'll score Huber. Presley stops at third base. They're now going to call it a home run. Looks like it might have hit the top of the home run fence. There is a billboard fence above and beyond the home run wall in left field, and apparently it bounced off the very bottom of that second level of billboard. So instead of a double, it's a 3-run homer for Aviles. So Wichita gets in front 4-0.
Now batting number 18, third baseman, Brennan James.
There isn't that much separation between the actual home run wall and that line of billboards. Maybe a foot of difference between them, so it can be a little difficult to tell if the ball gets out or not, but that one certainly was hit well enough to get out, and it does for Aviles' 9th home run of the season, and now it's 4-0. Now it's Brennan King, the batter. He takes the pitch low for ball 1. 3-run homer off Shell. It's the 13th home run he's allowed this year. Here's a pitch to King, hit off the end of the bat into shallow center. Willits stumbles as he comes in for it, and it falls in front of him. Reggie always gets a good break on those pop-ups into shallow center, but he tripped. Got his cleat stuck in the grass in the outfield and could not make in any of the difference, and it falls in for the 4th base hit of the inning. And this brings pitching coach Keith Comstock out to the mound. So much for past performance for Stephen Shell. He's had 3 outstanding starts in a row, and now he's getting hit very hard. 4 runs in the first inning. And now stands alone as the pitcher who's allowed the most home runs in the league. He was tied with Springfield's Randy Leak, who had allowed 12 home runs before tossing 7 2/3 innings at Little Rock without allowing a home run. So now Shell all alone, allowing the most home runs in the circuit. Mel Stocker comes up as the 8th hitter of the inning. He's got a runner at first in King. Stocker, a switch hitter, will bat left-handed. He's hitting .218. And Shell goes from the stretch with a first pitch. And it's low and away, ball 1. 4 runs on 4 base hits and 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and the 3-run homer comes with 2 outs. Very tough start to this series. Now Shell brings it set and a 1-0 delivered. Stocker takes it under the knees for ball 2, and it's 2-0. The next pitch of the inning is going to be Shell's 32nd. Here's the 2-0. There's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Shell holds the ball in a changeup grip behind his back, now brings the hands together. Runner at first, King, is going. Pitch fouled off over the third base seat. Shell looking in here as he's trying to get this third out. He's been working with 2 outs for the last 3 hitters. Here's the pitch, the runner going. Chopper towards third, and Porter makes the play off to the side in the hole at short, throws across, and gets the final out. Wichita puts up 4 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, 1 runner left. Crabs have a long road back already, trailing Wichita 4-0. And now these words on CSN from Vail Honda.
Anybody ever say to you, looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays? What are the Mondays? Are you supposed to be glum and depressed just because the work week started? What a bunch of baloney. Here at Ray Winder Field, we're going to turn Mondays into something you can look forward to. That's because the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette presents Democrat Gazette Mondays here at Ray Winder Field. Every Monday, the Travs are home. You just pick up a copy of the Democrat Gazette, and there'll be a discount coupon right in the sports section, good for $3 admission. See, Mondays aren't so bad, at least not during the baseball season. So the next time someone tells you about a bad case of the Mondays, grab 2 quarters, get the Democrat Gazette, and show them that the Mondays are a good thing to get. It's a $3 coupon every Monday, brought to you by the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
Dreams makes the best reality. And the reality is that the Honda Ridgeline is here at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. It's tough as nails and rugged from top to bottom. The all-new 2006 Honda Ridgeline features a rigid closed-box frame with unit body construction and fully independent suspension for confident handling. The Honda Ridgeline with full features. Come see it today and drive it away tonight at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. Bale Honda, making your life's drive a little bit smoother. When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They give free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family-owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com.
Mike Napoli takes a first pitch strike to start the second inning as Arkansas finds themselves down by 4. Napoli, Morales, and Murphy will bat against Brian Bass. The right-hander's 0-1 to Napoli is low and away, and it's 1-1. Napoli starting as the DH today. 296 average with a team-leading 11 homers and 46 RBIs. Bass with a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he gets a fastball by Napoli. It's 1-2. Napoli homered yesterday, hit his 11th of the year. One of 5 Texas League hitters with 11 or more home runs. Corey Aldridge of Wichita leads the league with 14. The 1-2, strike 3 called. Slider at the knees. Napoli left standing at the plate, and Bass has set down all 4 batters with 2 strikeouts.
Now batting the first baseman, Kendrys Morales.
Now Kendrys Morales coming up. The 6'1" first baseman from Cuba standing in, switch hitter batting left-handed. Tall in the box as usual. Here's the first pitch. And he takes it low, ball 1. Kendrys has not looked good in his 3 games. He's looked a little awkward at the plate. He's gone 0 for 11, hasn't yet hit the ball out of the infield. Pitch on the way, and there's a line drive to left field, but it's right to Aldridge, and he makes the catch. Well, that's the best hit ball Kendrys has had so far. Put a little English on it, and it took a little curve right into Aldridge, and he was there to make the catch, and there's 2 outs very quickly. Whereas Stephen Shell needed 35 pitches to get out of the first inning. Brian Bass threw only 12 in the first to get 3 outs. And he's throwing 5 in the second to get 2 outs. Tommy Murphy stepping up, another switch hitter batting from the left side, right fielder today. Bass pitching with confidence with a first pitch fastball, and Murphy hits it high, deep left field. Back Aldridge has a beat at the warning track, and he makes the catch. And then bumps into the fence. So a couple of the Travs put the ball in play pretty hard. Problem is nobody reached. 3 up, 3 down. No Arkansas base runners in 2 innings. Meanwhile, Wichita leads 4-0. We'll go to the bottom of the second after this on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Quick snack to go. 1998, New York City marathon runner German Silva made a huge mistake. 1/2 mile from the finish line, he took a wrong turn. When he heard yells from the crowd and saw the looks on their faces, he realized his mistake. He immediately turned around, but the error cost him a crucial 15 seconds. His only hope for winning now was to sprint to make up for lost distance. Did he have the energy? Could he do it? He later said, "Too much work had gone into this race. I had to fight it out." He was able to make up the lost distance and finish first in his division. but only because he refused to allow a wrong turn to knock him out of his quest for the prize. I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, there are times in life when we make a wrong turn. But when we discover that it was a wrong turn, the wise person changes direction.
Hit a home run with your family tonight. Whether you're planning a meal before the game or snacks for the game, remember to include milk, cheese, and yogurt in the game plan. 3 servings a day of dairy is the right amount to help keep your body healthy. It's easy. Just look for the 3-a-day logo on your favorite calcium-rich dairy foods at your local retailer. For more information, including recipes and coupons, visit www.3aday.org. Have you had your 3-a-day today? The power of cheese.
Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the Creative Sports Radio Network is brought to you by Miller Lite. Miller Lite, of course, always a good call at Raywinder Field. Speaking of Miller Lite, who would ever think that a former general manager of a baseball team is now slinging beer at a ballpark? Steve Schott, who used to run this Wrangler franchise for about 15 years or so, and was an innovator in certain promotions and made the Wranglers the big game in town for a few years. He is now selling beer in the stands. A friendly guy would be a fun guy to buy some beer from. Leading off for the Wranglers here in the second inning, Wilkin Ruan. He takes a pitch outside. He's a right-handed batter playing right field. Shell Wines delivers. Ruan shows bunt, takes it low, ball 2. 4 runs on 4 hits in the first inning, including a 3-run homer by Mike Aviles. Ruan, a late addition into the lineup, having a subpar year. 46 previous games, he's hitting just 200. 2-0 pitch right down the middle, and Ruan takes a fastball for a strike. It's 2-1. You see Schott right now hawking beer over by the Arkansas dugout. Shells 2-1. Swinging a fly ball right field, not well hit. Murphy back 1 step, now comes in that very same 1 step and makes the catch. And Ruan is out number 1. Could you ever picture Bill Valentine with a few beers slung around his shoulder, hawking Miller Lite, Pabst Blue Ribbon, and the like at Raywinder Field? That would probably be one of the most surreal things you've ever seen. Something tells me, though, that Bill has sold beer at the ballpark himself before. Probably in the beer stand, however. Top of the order now. Brett Groves looks to bunt his way on, and he bunts it behind the plate. Foul ball. Groves, another switch hitter, batting left-handed, struck out looking in the first. Corner's coming up. Morales is just a step behind the bag at first base. Here's a pitch. It is outside for a ball, 1-1. Shell got into trouble after the first out of the first inning. He's 1-1 of the second batter of the second. The wind up the pitch. Left the curve outside, and it's 2-1. Stevens seems to be very inconsistent with his command today. Even that curve on the left side of the plate quite a bit. Fastball is a little elevated. Here's the 2-1. Groves looks at the breaking ball, fouls it into the ground along the first base side. And it is 2-2. No bat boy, no ball boy anywhere to be found. So Mike Napoli, the DH, goes and picks that ball up along the first base fence. Here's a 2-2 from Shell, and Groves fouls it off the facade behind the plate. It bounds back onto the field where Greg Porter is going to come on to pick it up. Flip it to Frank White. Frank will look into the crowd, points out a kid, and flips it to that one kid. Nice job, Frank. He still has that arm, although it was underhanded. 2-2 on Brett Groves with 1 away in the second. Shell's pitch, a little blooper. Shallow left and over Aybar, and falling between the outfielders, a base hit for Groves, number 5 for Wichita. One of the last 2 hits that Shell has given up have been very cheap hits. King got a bloop single in the center when Willits stumbled in the outfield, and now this pitch to Groves was a pretty one right on his hand, and he popped it up, but it got over Aybar and into left center field. So 5 of the first 10 hitters have been on base today. Actually, 6 of the first 10. 5 of them have had a hit. Matt Tupman had the first, and here he is. Shell with a deliberate throw over to first base to send Groves in standing up. Tupman singled up the middle in the first inning with a 3-2 count, and that started the rally for Wichita. 4-0 Wranglers. 1 out, bottom second inning. The stretch by Shell. And here's his pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-0 on Tupman. Tupman now 6 for 16 against Traveler pitching. And he's scored 4 times in 6 games. He's been on base quite a bit against this team. Thorn in the side. And that also doesn't even count his confrontation with Erick Aybar back in mid-April. Here's a 1-0 pitch, and Tupman looks at a high slider, or 2 balls, no strikes. Tupman and Aybar got in the scuffle when Erick was hit by a pitch. Took exception to it. Tupman shoved him, and the bench is empty. Tupman got a 4-game suspension. Aybar suspended for 3 games. 2-0 to Tupman. Swing and a foul back, and it's 2-1. Shell challenges with a fastball. Tupman gets a piece. 2 balls, 1 strike. On the number 2 hitter of the Wranglers, Tupman. Runner at first, Groves. Short lead. Morales off the base, still holding him on. There goes the runner. The pitch is softly lined into left field for a base hit. Pulling up at second now is Groves. Up with the ball is Gates. He thought about throwing behind the runner, but instead flips it to Aybar, and there's 2 runners on and only 1 away. And that is 6 base hits against Shell. On the hit and run play, Tupman cut down on the swing, and it's a soft line drive into left field for a clean single. And Tupman now is 2 for 2. Now Justin Huber coming up. Huber hit an RBI double in the first inning after falling down 0-2. Shell stretches, kicks, and throws a pitch, and the curveball left low and away, ball 1. Boy, Shell's fastball, while it does have a little giddy up on it, he is leaving it either right down the middle or up high in the hitting zone. Home run he gave up, however, was on a curveball. A 1-0 to Huber. And it is in the dirt, ball 2. Skips away from Del Chiaro. He can't find the ball. It's 2 feet to his right. Before he finds it, the runner's advance. Probably a wild pitch as that one skipped in front of the plate. So it's 2-0. Shell's behind 2-0 on 3 of the 4 hitters this inning, and that wild pitch now puts runners at second and third with only 1 away. Goodness, Wichita could blow this game wide open right here. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a foul back. 2-1. Shell came with a fastball. It was a good pitch at the knees. Huber put a home run cut on it. 2-1 the count. The stretch, a check at second. Shell pauses. Here's the pitch. Huber grounds towards short, coming on Aybar to glove it. Here comes the runner home, and he is safe at the plate. Groves slides outside the tag and gets the left foot in just before Del Chiaro could tag him. So it's 5-0, even though Shell got what he wanted, a ground ball to the shortstop. That's all on the slide by Groves. Aybar made a pretty good throw. The only thing, it looked like Del Chiaro just neglected to block one corner of the plate. He left just that back half of the plate open for Groves, and that's where he got his foot in. No base hit for Huber. Still, he gets credit for an RBI. It's a fielder's choice to short. Tupman held at second, so there's men at first and second base. And Corey Aldridge, the batter, pops one out of play for strike 1. That gets into the third base seat. That voice you hear down below to the crowd microphone, that is Steve Schott, the former general manager of the Wichita Wranglers. He had resigned his post before last season and misses the game so much he's coming out and hawking beer and peanuts. An 0-1 count on Aldridge. Pitch on the way, and it misses outside and high. 1-1. Aldridge a strikeout in the first inning. And he's got to feel pretty content about swinging for the fences right now. With the Wranglers up by 5. And Shell getting hit very hard. You know Aldridge, the league's home run leader with 14, is going to look for a fastball, and he'll look for something to drive over the fence. Out to the mound goes Brent Del Chiaro to speak with Shell in front of the mound. The wind has picked up. It's now blowing out to left field and blowing pretty hard. And we've got these storm clouds hovering overhead. Hey, you know what? Just rain right now. Let's get a bunch of storms coming through and rain this game out, down 5-0. A stretch and a 1-1 pitch to Aldridge, fouled away. And the count is 1-2. Men at first and second, Tupman at second, Huber at first. Still only one away. The last 3 batters have reached base. 1 run is in the second. There were 4 runs in the first. Shell now gets the sign. He's 1-2 on Aldridge. Pitch on the way, and it's a fastball upstairs. 2-2. Come on, rain. Just to the west of town. It's going to get here while this game is still being played. A 2-2 count and a pitch to Aldridge. A swing and a miss, and Shell strikes him out on the curveball. Second out of the inning, and 2 times Aldridge has been down on strikes. 3 strikeouts for Shell. And that is 3 of the 5 outs he's recorded coming on strikeouts. Problem is, when the ball gets put into play, more often than not right now, it's falling in for a hit and just getting over the fence. Josh Presley, the batter now, drew a walk in the first. We're in the second, and already the number 5 batter getting his second at-bat. Shell sets, looks at second twice. Now the pitch to Presley, a fastball on the inside corner, and it's a called strike. Five to nothing, the Wranglers leading. 4 runs in the first. RBI double by Huber. 3-run homer from Aviles, and an RBI fielder's choice by Huber here in the second. Pitch to Presley, low and away, 1-1. Presley suspended in the month of May for 15 games for violating minor league baseball's drug policy. Of course, they never announced what it was that he had tested positive for. Who knows what it might have been. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to Kendrys Morales behind the bag at first. He'll play it, take it to the base, and that'll end the second inning. 1 more run for the Wranglers on 2 base hits. No errors, 2 runners left. Right now it's all Wichita. 5-0 Wranglers. We go to the 3rd inning on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. It's like the time I went in a shop till you drop-a-thon with my girlfriend. So there I am, pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks great, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me, a Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
It's easy to get discount tickets to Travs games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Travs home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Travs box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field all season long.
thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ruddy Ice.
You are witnessing some intense pain here, folks. Throbbing muscles, swollen joints. This is pure torture. We're talking total body suffering. Not even the internal organs are...
Bob, the game hasn't started yet.
Game? I'm talking about me.
Don't let orthopedic discomfort interrupt your life. Learn to manage it with Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas, the state's leaders in orthopedic medicine. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline at 227-8478 and get back in the game.
Ooh, I can feel that hit up here.
Two innings are in the books, and, you don't even need to know the score. All you need to know is how many pitches each starter has thrown. Brian Bass has recorded 6 outs in 6 hitters throwing just 19 pitches. Steve Shell has faced 14 hitters in 2 innings, throwing 61 pitches in 2 innings. And it's 5-0 Wichita as we head to the top of the third, and the number 7 batter, Greg Porter, leading off against Bass. Porter, Gates, and Del Chiaro are scheduled to bat in the 3rd inning. Bass has a couple of strikeouts to his credit today. He'll be facing Porter, the left-handed hitting third baseman, who smooths out the dirt on the side of the batter's box. Steps in, deep in the box, slightly open stance, wheels the bat around once. And here's the windup by Bass and a pitch. Porter takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Porter yesterday, 1 for 3, had a double, a run scored, took a walk, struck out once. Finished the Springfield series 6 for 14. An 0-1 pitch is inside, and it's 1-1. Porter, before the series against Springfield, had only 3 hits against the Cardinals. Came up with 6 hits in that series. Pitch on the way, fouled off over the press box, 1-2. So Greg's average now at 320. 5 home runs, 28 RBIs. His average ranking 6th in the league, 2nd on the team. And they're playing him to pull the ball. Third baseman King is in the hole at shortstop. Here's Bass with a 1-2. And in the dirt with a curveball. Porter holds back on the swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They play the second baseman Groves about a step into the outfield. Huber about 10 feet behind the bag at first. Shortstop Aviles, almost right up the middle. Here's the 2-2 from Bass. Porter swings at the curveball, bounces it hard, and it gets past the first baseman Huber and into right field. Huber overran that ground ball, and it, of course, as we mentioned here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, the ball really bounces very fast and picks up speed as it bounces along the artificial turf. And the ball seemed to eat up Huber. That could go either way, single or an error, but either way, the Travelers' first base runner. And they signal base hit on the scoreboard, so Greg Porter is on with a base hit. Now it'll be David Gates coming up. 5-0 Wichita. The Travs have that long road to come back. They don't need to scratch out at least 1 run here. Stretch by Bass and a pitch on the way, and it is low for ball 1. Now, they haven't yet put that hit on the scoreboard. They use a hand-operated scoreboard here in Wichita. And they took the 0 from out of behind the hit column for the Travs, and took them about 45 seconds to find the number 1 placard. Now they finally put it up there. So it is officially a hit. 1-0 to Gates. Bass from the stretch. Gates will take a pitch low, ball 2. 2-0. David hitting .277 with 8 homers. And 35 runs batted in. Back against a team in the Wranglers where he's been comfortable this season. He's knocked in 12 in 10 games, hitting .286 versus Wichita. Porter half in, half out of the sliding pit. Here's the pitch. And it just missed the outside corner with a fastball, and it's 3-0 on the number 8 hitter Gates. No outs. Top of the third. Travs needing at least a couple of runs. Trailing by 5. Bass has walked 27 in 77 innings. Here's his pitch. Ball 4 outside, and on 4 pitches, Gates draws a walk, and there's 2 runners on board for Brent Del Chiaro.
Now batting the catcher, Brent Del Chiaro.
Del Chiaro's been seeing a little more action than most backup catchers do. He's been hitting the ball pretty well recently. Last game, 2 for 3 Tuesday night as a designated hitter. Led the Traveler offense. Had a double and his first triple of the year. Standing in, 2 on, nobody out. Here's the stretch by Bass. Right-hander checks second. The pitch. Fastball under the knees. Ball 1. A good eye by Del Chiaro. On the season, Brent hitting 173, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. And back here in the state where he played his college ball, a product of Kansas University, a Jayhawk. Stretch by Bass, a 1-0 pitch. Brent takes it, and it's low once again, and that's 6 consecutive pitches that Bass has missed with. Most people here in Wichita, of course, are Shocker fans. Time call, and out to the mound goes Frank White, the Wichita manager. At a point like that, you'd expect to see Larry Carter, the Wichita pitching coach, but instead it's White coming out. You got to figure he's got to say here to Bass, look, they've given you a 5-run lead. There's no reason to futz around the strike zone. Put pitches right down the middle if you need to. Point like this, he just wants to see the ball get put into play. White had a very quick conversation on the pitcher's mound and now jogs back into the dugout at third base. And Bass left on the mound. With a count of 2-0 on Del Chiaro. 5-0 Wranglers, top of the third with the Travelers threatening. Brent on a check swing. Pitch called a strike at the knees, and Bass finally finds the strike zone. 2-1 the count of the number 9 batter, and on deck is Reggie Willits. Bass, hands together, the right-hander. Checks Porter at second. Here's the pitch. Brent swings, hit off the end of the bat, a high pop-up in foul territory. Long way to run over towards the seats. Huber runs out of room, and it's into Ye Old Beer Garden. Ye Old Beer Garden sits right behind the Arkansas dugout, not the dugout, the bullpen. Along the right field fence, it's a 4-tiered beer garden with people drinking some golden sodas. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Del Chiaro. Runners taking big lead. Bass steps off the mound. Del Chiaro stays in the box. Anything but a double play will do here. Stretch by Bass. He has struck out 2. Now the pitch. A swing and a hard ground ball and into left field for a base hit. Porter waved home. Left fielder Aldrich comes up throwing, and Porter scores standing up. Del Chiaro with an RBI single has put the Travs ahead. So Del Chiaro knocks in his 6th of the year and keeps swinging a good stick. Nobody out. Here in the top of the third, and a run is home. And Gates at second and Del Chiaro at first for the top of the order. Reggie Willits struck out in the first inning. Got him swinging on a changeup. And now he bats at 2 on and no outs. Here's a pitch. Shows bunt. Pitch called a strike on the outside corner as he brought the bat back. 0-1 on Willits. Reggie on the season has no sacrifice bunts. Bunted for a few hits, but not to move the runners up. Here's a pitch. And another strike call. That time Willits was not showing bunt and took a pretty good slider on the inside corner. Good pitch by Bass, and he's ahead of Willits, 0-2. 22 RBIs on the year for Willits. Looking for the 23rd. Catcher on the inside corner. Bass throws the pitch, and it's way inside, thrown at the elbow of Willits, and he gets out of the way and almost stumbles across the plate. 1-2 now on the Travelers center fielder. Reggie's backed off the plate a little bit now. And the catcher sets up outside. Bass aiming for the corner. And he just missed it. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Close call there. At second base, David Gates. At first base, Brent Del Chiaro. And the infield playing for 2. Stretch by Bass. And the 2-2 to Willits. Swinging a foul ball high in the air over left and into the bleachers where there is nobody sitting. The bleacher seats at Lawrence Dumont Stadium are the very last sections, the last 5 sections in the upper deck in left field. And you say upper deck, it's still just the top part of the grandstand. There really isn't an upper deck here. And there might be 10 people in the bleachers today. A 2-2 count on Willits. Bass throws. Willits takes inside, and it goes full. 3-2. Bleacher seats here in Wichita have they don't have a reputation. Think of bleacher seats in the Texas League, you think of Little Rock's Ray Winder Field and all the commotion in the bleachers every night. No such thing as commotion at Lawrence Dumont Stadium in the bleachers today. 3-2 on Willits. Here's a pitch. Ball 4, and they're going to be loaded up. The tying run comes to the plate. So the bases are loaded for Alberto Callaspo. 5-1 Wranglers. And remember, Bass hasn't been pitching very well this year, but I don't think he'd been given any 5-run leads. Given up 19 runs in his last 3 starts. So he doesn't have all that much going for him right now, except a 5-run lead that's dwindled to 4. Here's a pitch to Callaspo, and he pops it out of play. Looked like a good pitch to hit. Alberto got underneath it, pops it over the roof. Strike 1 on the trapped second baseman. Callaspo flied out to center in the first inning. He's on a 9-game hit streak after 2 hits yesterday. Hitting just under 500 during this stretch. Left-handed batter right now. Bass ready. Here comes an 0-1. Swinging a fly ball off the end of the bat to shallow left. Coming in is Aldrich. He'll have an easy play. He's got it for the out, and the runners will hold. A pretty rare occurrence where Callaspo fails to bring home a runner from third base as he pops out to shallow left. Let's pause now 10 seconds for station identification. This is CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Arkansas Traveler Baseball.
Little Rock's ESPN 1380, KDXE, North Little Rock.
Erick Aybar now bats with the bases loaded and 1 away. Pitch from Bass. Ball 1 low and outside. Aybar batting from the left side. Grounded to the mound in the first inning. He's had a hit in 9 of 10 games. Really starting to hit the ball much harder. Hitting .390 over those last 10. A lot of room down the third base line. Bass delivers. And Aybar swings with a line drive into right field, bouncing in front of the right fielder Ruan. A run will score, and that's all. Del Chiaro crosses the plate. Gates crosses the plate. Del Chiaro stops at third. Aybar's brought the Travs to within 5-2 with an RBI single, his 26th run batted in. Bases remain loaded now for Mike Napoli. Napoli was called out on strikes in the second inning. As the Travs are looking to rally back, they've got their top run producer at the plate with the bases loaded. Bass taking his time right now, and he brings the hands together. Here's a pitch to Napoli. It's high, ball 1, 1-0. Bass on the season has allowed 7 home runs, 2 in his last start. Napoli 11 home runs this year. And no grand slams for Napoli yet. Time call. He steps out of the box. Mike's 5th at bat here with the bases loaded. He's 2 for 4. Del Chiaro, Willits, and Aybar, the base runners. Here's the stretch and the 1-0 pitch. In front of the plate, blocked by the catcher, Tupman. Skipped about 3 feet in front of the plate. Tupman keeps the runners at bay. But now it's 2-0 on Napoli. This is about as dangerous of a situation as a pitcher in the Texas League can get. Bases loaded with one of the top power hitters in the league batting. A stretch and a 2-0 pitch. Strike one call. On the low outside corner, it's 2-1. Infield is pretty deep right now for double play situation. Bass gets a long look at the sign. And Napoli is forced to step out of the box. Brian Bass only needed 19 pitches to retire the side in order in the first and second innings. I haven't counted up his pitches here in the third yet, but he's taking quite a long time. He steps off the rubber now. Now Bass gets the sign. And the 2-1 pitch. Napoli takes it, ball 3, down low. Oh, Bass has to come with something to hit here. He might be a little afraid to challenge Napoli. Maybe he comes with off speed. Bass sets, delivers. Fastball, strike 2 call. On that same low outside corner, Napoli thought he had ball 4. He was already down the first base line. Comes back with the bat still in his hand. We must have known that was going to get called a strike. Napoli now digs back into the box. No batting glove. Bass ready. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4, outside, and a run comes home. Third walk of the inning. And what was once a 5-0 Wichita lead has come back to 5-3. And the tying run is in scoring position for Kendrys Morales. Credit Napoli with his 47th RBI. Del Chiaro, Aybar, and Napoli with the runs batted in the inning. Now it's Willits at third, Aybar at second, and Napoli at first. Stretch. Pitch to Morales. Fouled away over the third base seats. Strike 1. The hardest ball that Morales has hit since coming to Arkansas was in the second inning today. A slicing line drive that was caught in left field by Corey Aldridge. And Aldridge is playing deep right now. A little more shallow in right field is Ruan. The wind is blowing to left. Bass delivers. Morales takes it high. Kendrys is 1-1. Morales had a chance with a run with the bases loaded a couple of days ago and grounded out, forcing a run home. Right now is as good a time as any to get his first Double-A hit. Here's the 1-1. Fouled away again over the third base seats. Two times Bass has come inside to Kendrys and got a pitch on the handle of the bat. Morales does stand pretty close to the plate and has a rather long swing. Now the stretch by Bass on the 1-2. Inside and low with a purpose pitch. A fastball down at the ankles. And that may set up a pitch for the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tupman, the catcher, flashes the signs out. And as Bass settles in, Tupman sets up outside. Here is the pitch. And it is outside and very close. Another 3-2 count. Third full count of the inning. Morales just took a darn close pitch. Now Bass ready again. Pitch to Morales. Swing and a rising line drive to deep center field. Stocker going back for it, and it's over his head off the base of the fence. Willits scores. Aybar around third. Here comes Napoli. 2 runs are home. 3 runs are home. And Morales at second base with a bases clearing double. And the Travs are now in front. Pardon me. Now they are in front by 1 run, 6-5. Morales collects his first base hit at Double-A, and it's a 3-run double to dead center field. Travs have come back in the 3rd inning for 6 runs. Bass had to come with a pitch to hit. He couldn't force home another run with a walk, as he did with Napoli. So he gave Morales a fastball at the knees. And Kendry, with a line drive stroke, hits it off the base of the center field fence on a rising line drive. I mean, he really smoked that ball. Now it's Tommy Murphy standing in, the 9th batter of the inning, and still only 1 away. 5 runs. Well, they have 5 runs on the scoreboard, but 6 runs have scored. Here's a pitch. Murphy swings with a high fly to right field, but not deep. Ruan makes the catch. Morales will tag. Here comes a throw to third, and it's cut off. They had him dead to rights, but it was cut off by the shortstop, Aviles. Morales makes it to third base. Now Murphy flies out to right field. This will be the 10th batter of the inning now. Up comes Greg Porter, who started this inning with a single past the first baseman. Well, the Travs coming back again. They were down 7-0 to Springfield a few days ago and stormed back. Ended up losing that one. Pitch to Porter, foul ball, a big swing, and he grounds it into the dugout at first base for strike 1. So in this 3rd inning, Bass has helped the Travs with 3 walks. And there have been 4 base hits. Big hit, the 3-run double by Kendrys Morales. 0-1 to Porter, and the pitch, swing and a foul tip off the catcher. Another good pitch to hit, another big swing. And it's 0-2. All right, now we get the smell of a summer rainstorm coming in. And right now it is all clouds. That sweet smell of summer rain. Now the 0-2. And another foul ball. That one ends up in the dugout at first base. And you get 3 Travelers leaning up against the fence in the dugout. All of them tried to make the play in the dugout. There was Napoli, Callaspo, Aybar, and Callaspo ends up with the ball and flips it to a kid right behind him. Still 0-2 on Porter, the 10th batter of the inning. Now Bass is ready with an 0-2 to Porter. And a check swing and a pitch in the dirt. They'll appeal it, and no swing. Third base umpire Waters puts the palms down. One ball, 2 strikes to Porter. Runner at third, Morales. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called with a fastball on the low outside corner, and Porter left standing at the plate as the final batter of a 10-batter 3rd inning. Travs put up 6 runs on 4 base hits. There's no errors and 1 runner left. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd, and now the Travs are in front, 6-5 over Wichita. And this is the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Brewery, can I help you? Hi. I just bought a 6-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste.
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying. All I want is flavor.
Sure, there's no
flavor. Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no centers.
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Ed and I sell soft drinks at ball games. He first told me about BC Powder.
We carry big trays of drinks up and down the stadium steps. Man, it's a killer.
And with a backache, that tray feels heavier and heavier.
And the stairs are tough on your knees.
One night I was dragging, and the game wasn't half over.
I told Brian he needs a BC to stop the pain fast, because it goes to work quick.
BC stopped the pain, got me right back to work.
BC goes down easy with a soft drink, but don't tell the boss, okay?
BC, pain relief at the speed of powder. Use as directed.
You know, a while back when I was growing up, that was a long time ago, the Travelers used to do free tickets for kids with the Notto game. Well, the tradition continues at Ray Winder Field thanks to the West Little Rock Optimist Club. Listen to this deal. Every Traveler home game, youth groups can get free box seats. You heard right. Free box seats by calling the Travelers at 664-1555. Just ask for the Optimist Dugout, and each kid in your youth group or baseball team gets a free box seat while the adults pay just $6. You won't find a better deal anywhere in town. The Travs and the West Little Rock Optimist Club are committed to passing our love for baseball to your kids. In order to take advantage of this, you got to call 664-1555 and ask about the Optimist Dugout. Free box seats for youth groups every game, only at Ray Winder Field.
Coming up to bat at the bottom of the third inning, Mike Aviles, the shortstop for the Wichita Wranglers. Stephen Shell now has a one-run lead to work with after the Travs rally back in the third inning, and he delivers a pitch outside to the leadoff batter. Aviles, King, Stalker, the three hitters scheduled to bat, and Aviles trying to hit another home run, and he fouls it back. And now the count is 1-1. Aviles hit a three-run homer in the first inning, and here he pops one up over first, going after it, Morales. Looks like he's got to play in the foul territory, makes the catch on the warning track. Rochelle retires the leadoff batter, and he's done that each inning now, but still has given up 5 runs on 6 base hits on no errors. Now it's Brennan King coming up. Pitch on the way to King, and it's called strike. King had a bloop single in the first inning. Here's Shell's delivery. The 0-1 is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shell has now set down 3 in a row. Going back to the second. Here's his 1-1. Curveball in there. Strike 2 call. Who knows? Maybe it just took a couple of innings for the Travelers to get warmed up. Certainly were plenty warm with the air conditioning not working in the bus today on the 6.5-hour drive from Little Rock. The 1-2 got him looking at a fastball right on the letters. Strike 3. And that is strikeout number 4 for Shell, and there's 2 outs in the third, and it looks like Steven may be finding his groove today.
Center fielder, number 19, Mel Stalker.
Here's Mel Stalker. Stalker, the number 8 hitter, is in center today, and he tries to bunt it. He hits a high pop-up on the bunt. Coming in is Porter from third base to make the catch, and Shell sets him down in order in the third inning. So Steven reacts nicely after the Travs rally back for 6 runs in the third. And as we go into the fourth inning, it's Arkansas 6 and Wichita 5. This is the Creative Sports Radio Network.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for ASE certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for in-depth information from our free do-it-yourself brochures. Get ready for Advanced TV, our exclusive in-store video network that will have you going from no way to knowing how in no time. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advance Auto Parts.
We're ready in advance.
If you or a family member is currently without any medical coverage, here's important information. Qualified Health now offers a nationwide medical savings program. The program includes access to hospitals, doctors, dentists, even lab work and prescriptions. To receive free information on this medical savings program that has no restrictions, call toll-free 1-888-900-8009. All your medical needs are included, even on pre-existing conditions. The program also includes $2,000 accidental excess coverage for the added security you need in today's health environment. You'll receive a primary care provider directory, explanation of program, terms, and conditions, everything you need to answer your questions and sign up for this complete medical savings program. The Qualified Health National Medical Savings Program. Value to you and your family. Get all the information. Call 1-888-900-8009. That's 1-888-900-8009. If you have no medical coverage, call Qualified Health right now. 1-888-900-8009.
We've played 3 innings here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, and the total boards read Arkansas with 6 runs on 4 base hits, no errors. Travelers stranding only 1 runner, with Wichita scoring 5 runs on 6 base hits, also no errors, and the Wranglers stranding 3. Brian Bass, the starting pitcher for Wichita, pitched 2 perfect innings before facing 10 hitters in the third and gave up 6 runs. David Gates was part of that rally, drawing a walk. Here comes a pitch to him. And before Bass was ready to throw the pitch, Gates steps out of the box. Now he'll take that customary deep breath, tap both sides of the plate, and now Bass winds and delivers. And he hits Gates with a pitch. Got him on the left shoulder, and it kind of floated up there. It looked like a changeup that didn't quite have enough grip on.
Now batting the pitcher.
So Gates is aboard. Now Brent Del Chiaro coming up. Del Chiaro knocked in Arkansas's first run with a single in the third. Drove it between third and short. And Gates, the runner at first, has a short lead. The stretch by Bass and the delivery. A little late on the swing. Del Chiaro fouls it away, and it's strike 1. Del Chiaro now with 3 hits in his last 4 at-bats. And when you're hitting in the 100s, that's a pretty good streak. Del steps out of the box, puts his right hand up to his eyes. Having a little bit of trouble with his contact right now. Steps back in, taps the plate. Stretch by Bass. And the 0-1 is a fastball on the outside edge. Strike 2 call. 0-2. Bass now in the last 2 innings, even counting the third and the fourth, he's hit a batter and walked 3. 0-2 is low and away, ball 1. And that comes after retiring the first 6 hitters in order, although you could see that the Travs were getting to him a little bit in the second inning when Morales lined out to left, and Murphy drove a ball to the fence that was caught in left field. Here's a 1-2 to Del Chiaro. Swings a slow chopper heading toward short, coming on Aviles. He's got to play at first base only, and he gets the out. 6-3, Del Chiaro grounds out, but Gates moves up to second base. Checking some scores in the Texas League. Get to that in just a second. Of course, we've got our game here in Wichita, 6-5 Arkansas. A 6-run third inning for the Travs doing the work so far.
Now batting center fielder, Reggie Willits.
Out in San Antonio, the Missions have a 1-0 lead over Midland. They're at the top of the 5th inning there. Here's Willits at the plate. A strikeout and a walk and a run for his credit. Here's a pitch. Shows bunt, takes it low, ball 1. Frisco up on Corpus Christi 3-0. Frisco's Edison Volquez has pitched 4 no-hit innings. Bass with a 1-0 count delivers to Willits. He swings and chops it to second, and Groves waits for the second bounce and throws to first for the second out of the inning. And Gates goes station to station. He's now at third base. One other game is in Tulsa. Drillers lead the Cardinals 3-1, top of the 5th.
Now batting the second baseman, Alberto Callaspo.
Here's Alberto Callaspo, the Arkansas second baseman who was not part of that rally in the third. He batted with the bases loaded and popped out to shallow left. Bats with a runner at third here and 2 away. Here's a pitch. Takes it low, ball 1. Callaspo 0 for 2. He's flied to center and flied to left field. Travs 6, Wranglers 5. And it is the bottom of the fourth. The pitch to Callaspo. Swing and a bouncer foul away from Takayoshi in the first base coach's box, and it's 1-1. Lawrence Dumont Stadium is one of the few ballparks in the league that actually has coach's boxes. I understand they're part of the rule book, that they should be there, but we don't have them in Little Rock. There's other ballparks in the league that does not draw coach's boxes. A 1-1. Ground ball to the hole at second, into the gap going Groves, and he gets to the out at first base 4-3. So after Arkansas puts up 6 runs in the third inning, they go down in the fourth, leaving Gates at third base. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We're going into the 5th inning in Wichita, and it's Arkansas 6, Wichita 5. This is the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Pig and Chick has always given you and your family the best choices in great food. Many of you are now watching those carbs, and although the Pig and Chick menu has always offered great low-carb items, there's now a special low-carb menu featuring items with the same great taste Pig and Chick is famous for. Of course, you'll still find those great Pig and Chick ribs, barbecue sandwiches, catfish, gourmet sandwiches, chicken, steaks, and more. Bring the whole family for a relaxing dinner. In a hurry, get it to go. Pig and Chick, 7824 Highway 107 in Sherwood. Open 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. Like the time I went in a shop till you drop a thon with my girlfriend. So there I am pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks great, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me, a Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
You know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope.
You know, fans, I just realized my mistake coming back here into the bottom of the 4th inning. I said we were going into the 5th. You know, after 12 games at home in a row, I'm used to seeing the Travelers bat in the bottom of the inning. So they just hit in the top of the 4th inning, going down, leaving a runner at third. So we're in the bottom of the 4th. As game's moving along slowly, I guess I'm doing my part to try to move it along a little quicker. 6-5 Travs lead, bottom 4 now. And Steven Shell, who's retired 5 in a row, faces number 9, hitting Wilkin Ruan, who takes a first pitch fastball right down the middle, and Shell is ahead of him. Shell allowed 6 hits to the first 11 batters that he faced. Hasn't allowed a hit since Tupman single in the 2nd inning. Pitch low to Ruan, now 1-1. Last 5 batters going down in order. Had hit on a fielder's choice in the 2nd to bring a run home. Here's a pitch into the air to shallow right. Coming in is Murphy, still coming, and it falls in front of him, and Wilkin is aboard. Takes a wide turn. Murphy thought about throwing to first base, but holds on to it. And Ruan collects the 3rd cheap base hit for the Wranglers. I mean, there's no other way to put it. That's a cheap hit. Not hit hard. Not hit deep. Not even hit high. Just a little tweener. So Shell now has allowed 7 base hits, and 3 of them have been bloopers that get into the outfield in front of a left fielder, in front of a center fielder, and now in front of the right fielder. Shell now dealing to Groves, and Groves fouls the bunt away, strike 1. So the Travs up by 1 run, and the Wranglers playing for the 1 run. Groves is 1 for 2. First inning called out on strikes. 2nd inning bloop single, scored a run. Batting left-handed. Here's Shell's delivery. He doesn't square around. He fouls it away over the third base seats and into the top level of seats, which is where there's kind of a restaurant deck up above the last sections up above third base. Not luxury seating, but you get food delivered to you. 0-2 the count on Groves. Shell throws over to first, and diving back in Ruan. Ruan can run. Stolen 9 bases in 14 attempts. He used to be a big-time prospect with the Expos and the Dodgers. Falling on hard times now with the Royals. Shell's 0-2. Change-up left high and away. Ball 1 to Groves. 1-2 the count on the number 2 batter of the inning, Groves, with Ruan at first base, Tupman on deck, then Huber and Aldridge. Shell looking for the sign. He's got it. He has struck out 4. Ruan running with a pitch, swinging a tip, held on, strike 3. The throw to second is not in time. So Ruan into second with a steal, his 10th of the year, but it comes on a strikeout of Groves, so there's 1 away. Good job by Del Chiaro holding on to that foul tip. Especially when he's trying to make a throw to second base, he somehow keeps the focus. Now it'll be Tupman coming up to bat. Tupman is 2 for 2. Single to center, single to left. Left-handed batter right now, stepping in. And he'll attempt to tie the game with Ruan at second and 1 away. Shell kicks and deals. Tupman looks at ball 1, a little outside.
Pitcher number 6, Matt Tupman.
Tough to figure out where to play Tupman. He goes to center and left a lot. The 1-0 pitch to him. And Tupman takes it for strike 1 on a fastball right down the middle. Travs played Tupman straight away. That shows you that they're not quite sure how to play him. Third baseman Porter is the only one who is not at normal depth. He's playing off the line a little bit. Shell's 1-1 pitch. Tupman takes it low and in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Neither middle infielder doing much of a job holding Ruan on base. Aybar the closest to him, but he's playing pretty far away. The 2-1, Tupman fouls it away over the roof. Skimmed the very top of that red roof above us. And the count is 2-2. Goodness, isn't it a quiet night here in Wichita? A laid-back crowd. Shell ready. A 2-2 count and the pitch. A swing and a fly ball to left field. Not far at all, but Gates overruns it, and it goes over his head. Ruan will score the tying run. Tupman coasts into second. A lazy fly ball to left field, and Gates flat overran it.
Be sure to visit our Tuesday inflatable games on the third base concourse. We'll give a chance.
Gates apparently thought that ball was coming into shallow left field. The ball wasn't hit to the warning track. It fell about 3 feet in front of the warning track. Certainly, it could have been an easy catch and should have been an easy catch. Gates, an average outfielder, and usually reads the ball very well off the bat. For some reason, he just never saw it. So it's a 6-6 score as Tupman gets his third base hit. I mean, that's another cheap base hit. It's Huber standing in now. A chance to give the Wranglers the lead. And Shell starts him with a curve. It is inside, ball 1. Not a pretty game today. Big lead by Tupman at second. Pitch to Huber. Swinging a liner into center. Falling in front of Willits for a hit. Tupman held up at third. The throw goes all the way through to the catcher, but Huber will hold it first. So Huber gets his second base hit. The go-ahead runner's at third base now, and there's runners at the corners with only one out for the number 4 batter. Corey Aldrich, the hitter, has struck out in his 2 at-bats. There goes pitching coach Keith Comstock out to the mound. He is looking to chat with Shell. And you got to feel for Steven in a spot like this where he has given up 4 cheap base hits in the last 3 innings. And then Huber comes through with a clean single to left. But Steven's made some very good pitches here and really doesn't have anything to show for it, as the Wranglers are finding spots in front of the outfielders and take advantage of Gates overrunning that fly ball by Tupman. Comstock has finished talking on the mound. There isn't anybody warming up in the bullpen yet. It's a 6-6 score. The bottom of the 4th, and the Wranglers have the top power hitter in the league, Aldrich, coming up. Infield will look for a double play ball. Aldrich standing in. Shell is Mr. Double Plays at 16 turned behind him. Aldrich, meanwhile, a fly ball hitter, is hit into only 4 this year. Shell now has the sign. Huber taking a large lead at first. Here's a pitch to Aldrich. Fastball inside, ball 1. Strikeouts in the first and second innings for Aldrich. Each time swinging, once on a fastball, once on a curve. But each time Shell had been ahead of him with a first pitch strike. Now he gets behind 1-0. Stretch by Shell. The 1-0. Ball 2, and it just missed the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. Six score. A run in here in the 4th for the Wranglers. Pitch on the way, and yanked foul down the first base line. Hard hit by Aldrich. Outside the base by a couple of feet. So it counts 2-1 now on Aldrich. Huber hasn't even so much as flinched off of first base. He's taking a good lead, but he's not running. Not even much of a secondary jump. Shell's 2-1. Aldrich looks at outside. It's ball 3. Shell has walked only 1 hitter. Pitching carefully now to Aldrich. On deck is Presley. Presley drew the only walk in the first. Now Shell sets and delivers with Huber running. Swing and a foul back. Aldrich got his pitch there. And he knows it. Aldrich finishes a swing by walking over the plate, throws the bat up and catches it with his hand. And he's talking to the bat. He knew he just missed a good pitch to hit. So Shell and Aldrich have worked a full count together. Huber was running with the last pitch. Steven sets at the letters. He steps at third. He looks at first. He throws to first. Runners didn't budge. Both of the base coaches, White and Nelson Liriano, were pointing at Shell, calling balk. The umpires disagreed. Shell sets now. He steps at third. He looks at first. He's got him caught in a rundown. Throws to second. Aybar running him back to first. Morales running Huber back to second. Aybar misses the tag, flips to Callaspo, and they get the out at second base. And all the while, Tupman holds at third. One, 6, 3, 6, 4 for the caught stealing. And Shell used that move 2 times in a row. And Huber caught asleep. So Shell could keep this game tied by retiring Aldridge. No, only a runner at third base, and still a 3-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 called. A curve on the outside corner. And Shell, although he gives up only 1 run, could have been a lot worse. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 1 runner left. We got a tie game at 6-6. We go to the 5th on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Hey, nobody said quitting smoking was easy, but others have done it, and you can too, with help from the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the help you need to kick the tobacco habit. It's free, and it's free of nagging and preaching too. So call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and get the help you need. What have you got to lose, besides the most dangerous habit you've ever had? 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call now.
Hey, fans, Bill Valentine here with a question. When was the last time you saw the Travs turn to triple play? That's right, I can't remember either. So this year, we're going to celebrate if the Travs manage to turn that trick. $100,000 to one fan if the Travs will complete a triple play during the 6th inning of a home game. You got to be 18 to enter with a valid driver's license, and you must be present to win. It's the Travelers' $100,000 triple play giveaway all season long here at Ray Winter Field.
Sports fans across Arkansas remember Jim Elder as a walking baseball encyclopedia and a legendary sports figure who was named the state's top sportscaster 11 times. But Jim was about much more than sports. He loved people, and especially he loved kids. Jim passed away in 1998, but his memory lives on through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund, working closely with programs such as the First Tee, Park, and the Lamar Porterfield RBI program. The Jim Elder Good Sport Fund helps kids learn leadership, sportsmanship, and a strong work ethic through sports. To learn more about the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund, go to www.jimelder.org.
Six scores. We go into the 5th inning here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. It'll be Erick Aybar, Mike Napoli, and Kendrys Morales against Brian Bass. Wranglers had a 5-0 lead after the 2nd inning. Travs answer back with 6 runs in the 3rd to take a 1-run lead, and the Wranglers just finished their bottom of the 4th. And they tied the game, bringing home Wilkin Ruan. Leading off for the Travs, Aybar with a foul ball on the first pitch. And it's strike 1. Aybar 1 for 2, had an RBI single in the 3rd inning. He'll bat left-handed. Bass delivers. Swinging a fly ball. Left center field. It's Stocker into the gap. An easy play, and he makes the catch. Aybar is gone. And now 1 for 3. Mike Napoli is next. Pitcher warming up right now in the Wichita bullpen. There's a right-handed pitcher. And it is Jonah Bayless. Napoli forced in a run by taking a bases-loaded walk in the 3rd inning. Pitch on the way. And it's low, ball 1. Bass caught Napoli looking in the 2nd. So Mike 0 for 1 today. Hitting 9 of the last 10 games with 3 homers and 12 RBI. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. A big cut on a fastball. It was under the knees, and it's 1-1. Bass, a long look at the sign. He's taking a lot of time today, especially when it comes to facing Napoli. He's been taking a good 10, 15 seconds between some of these pitches. Now the 1-1, and right down the middle, Napoli looks at a fastball for strike 2. Here's the 1-2 from Bass. Strike 3 called. Another fastball, this one on the inside corner. Napoli strikes out looking for the second time. Bass has struck out 4 hitters. He's now retired the last 5 men. His last base hit was Kendrys Morales with that bases clearing 3-run double in the 3rd inning. Here comes a pitch to Kendrys. And he fouls it away high over the press box for strike 1. Morales hitting the ball hard twice off of Bass. Second inning at bat, he lined out to the left fielder. Then in the 3rd, he scorched a line drive to the base of the center field wall. Here's an 0-1. Swinging a line drive and a shallow right. It'll fall in for a hit, and Morales is 2 for 3. So Kendrys singles, breaking that string of 5 straight hitters retired. 2-out single brings up Murphy.
Tommy Murphy, left fielder.
Murphy is 0 for 2. He's flat out twice, once to the track in left, and once into medium depth right. Bass sets, the right-hander delivers, and Murphy grounds it slowly towards second. Coming on is the first baseman Huber. He picks it up, and the pitcher covers. They get a very close out at first base, 3-1. Travs do not score in the 5th inning. Got 1 hit. Morales stranded. Murphy now 0 for 3. We'll go into the bottom of the 5th. Still tied 6-6, and this is the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night cravings, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Really, can I help you?
Hi, I just bought a 6-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste.
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying. All I want is flavor.
Sure, there's no flavor.
Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no centers.
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Get out today and hit the links. Stone Links. Stone Links Golf Course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state. Sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Links has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Links features reasonable green speed and 18 link-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Links, or visit online at stonelinks.net.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 31, Josh Ripley.
We got it halfway through this ball game, bottom of the 5th inning, and Arkansas and Wichita tied at 6 apiece. Bill Elson with you on the broadcast. Here's Stephen Shell delivering a pitch to Josh Presley. Big left-handed hitter fouls it back, strike 1. Shell got out of a jam in the 4th inning. He had runners at the corners after RBI double by Tupman and a single by Huber. He picked off Huber at first base using that fake step at third. There's a curve in the dirt to Presley, and it's 1-1. Presley drew a walk in the first, scored. Was the final batter of the 2nd inning with a ground out to Morales at first base. Here's Shell's 1-1. Curve in there, strike 2 called. Nice big hook. Right now there's a little action in the Traveler bullpen, and Mark O'Sullivan is warming up. 1-2 the count on Presley. Shell delivers a chopper to third, coming on Porter. Gloves it on the second bounce. They'll flip across the diamond to retire Presley, and there's one away. Here's the scores in the major leagues. We got 3 finals out of American League ballparks. Daytime action at Detroit. The Tigers defeated San Diego 3-1. The Mets over Oakland 9-6. And the big unit pitched the Yankees to a 6-1 victory over Pittsburgh as the Yankees sweep the Pirates. It's Aviles now batting, and he fouls a high pop-up out of play over first for strike one. First inning, Aviles hit a 3-run homer to left field on a hanging curveball, his 9th home run of the year. And in the third inning, he led off by fouling out to the first baseman. Here's Shell's 0-1 pitch, low and away, 1-1. In progress right now at the bottom of the 9th in Cincinnati, the Reds down to their last 3 outs, and the Braves lead 5-2. Rafael Furcal and Marcus Giles have hit home runs. 1-1 to Aviles. Check swing, and the pitch called a strike on a fastball right above the knees. 1-2. Cleveland leading Colorado top of the 8th inning, 2-1. Last year's Texas League Player of the Year, Ryan Sheely, played first base for Tulsa. It's hit his first Major League home run. The 1-2 was fouled back by Aviles. Still a ball and 2 strikes. You know, Sheely just killed the Travs last year. Big power hitter. Dodgers over KC, 3-2, top of the 6th. Giants over Minnesota, 6-4, bottom 5. Joe Mauer has hit his 6th home run for the Twins. No one on base here in the 5th inning. 6-6 is the score. There's one away. And a 1-2 pitch to Aviles just misses high and inside. Del Chiaro left the glove right where the ball was caught for a split second and let plate umpire Aaron Banks think about that. Didn't change it, of course. Shell steps back, kicks and delivers a 2-2. The curve missed the outside corner, and Aviles checks the swing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On the night, Shell has struck out 6. Walking only 1. And now a 3-2 pitch to Aviles comes, and he sends it to the gap in right center field. A high fly ball. Murphy gets in there and makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. No one on base, 2 outs for the number 7 hitter, Brennan King. One game that hasn't started is later tonight in Seattle, starting in about 15 minutes. The Mariners hosting the Phillies. Brett Myers and Joel Pinheiro, the starters. King is 1 for 2 with a bloop single to center in the first. Shell caught him looking in the 3rd inning. Here's a windup and a pitch. Fastball, strike on the outside corner. The sun is continuing to set over the third base seats, casting a little bit of a glare on top of the clouds up above the left field wall. There's a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. I mean, you got some high clouds here, and the very top of one of those clouds has a few speckles of sunlight on it. That's a different looking scene. Shell winds. Here's the 1-1. The curveball drops in for a strike, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on King as Shell looks to get through the 5th inning. Here's a pitch and a ground ball inside the third base line for extra bases. Going after it is Gates. He now picks it up off the base of the fence. And in foul territory, he throws it to the infield, and at second base is King with a stand-up double.
Now batting the center fielder, number 19, Bill Stocker.
And now it's Stocker coming up. Stocker has a chance to put the Wranglers ahead with a base hit, but he is 0 for 2 today and entered the game hitting .218. Time called. Out to the mound goes Del Chiaro. Still warming up in the bullpen. is traveler right-hander Mark O'Sullivan. Shell now ready to face the left-handed hitting Stocker. Small strike zone, choking up. Here comes the first pitch, and Stocker squares around and takes outside. Stocker tried to bunt his way on in the third inning, but popped the bunt up. Porter came in to make the grab as the final out of the third. Here's a 1-0, and Stocker takes ball 2. Low and outside. Two-out double by King, his 13th. Takes a lead from second. Shell looks at him for about 5 seconds, now throws the pitch, and it's under Stocker's knees for ball 3. 3-1. A 6-6 score in the bottom of the 5th inning. Already a wild affair. Here's Shell's 3-0. Outside, he walks him on 4 pitches, putting 2 runners on base for the number 9 batter, Ruan. Keith Comstock is heading out to the pitcher's mound once again. Keith is making his 3rd appearance of the game. Shell's not going to go any further than this 5th inning. He's got to get out of the 5th if he does not get the final out. For instance, if Ruan singles and knocks in a run, that's going to be it for Shell. He's already over 100 pitches. So just trying to keep him in to clean up his own mess. Shell has thrown 108 pitches. 108 pitches in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 10 hits, 6 runs, and 2 walks. Now Ruan stands in. Shell sets and throws up high for ball 1. Ruan is 1 for 2. A fly out to right, a bloop single to right. Shell with a 1-0. Swinging a fly ball foul over the right field side and out of play. And it looked like that pop-up almost clipped the underside of one of the clouds up above us. Man, these clouds are hanging very, very low. I mean, these are frightening, scary-looking clouds. Reach out with a glass and grab some cloud. A 1-1 pitch on the way, and Ruan sends it up the middle for a base hit. King will come around third base. Up from center, and the throw goes to third. Safe at third. Safe at second is Ruan. And with King scoring, Wichita leads 7-6. Shell retired the first 2 batters of this inning. He is unable to get through the 5th and is going to be removed from the game. So Shell goes only 4 2/3 innings, giving up 11 base hits and 7 runs. A very disappointing start for Steven Shell, especially with how he pitched in his last 3 outings. So Mark O'Sullivan comes on with the Wranglers now in front by a score of 7-6. We'll take a 60-second break on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Tornadoes have been reported in several neighboring states. Small business owner Jonathan Harlan of Jackson, Tennessee. Living in Tornado Alley, you kind of get used to dealing with them. You just pray one doesn't hit your area. Late Sunday night, just before midnight, an F-4 Twister touched down in Jackson, leveling our downtown. There was nothing left of our building, just piles of bricks and concrete. We lost everything. Fortunately, backup systems were in place. Employees knew what to do and worked from other locations. Because we were prepared, our clients never knew the difference. Whether it's a natural disaster or terrorist attack, every business needs an emergency plan. A plan can save lives, company assets, and your entire business at little or no cost to your company. You can't control what happens, but you can be prepared.
Visit www.ready.gov today. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and the Ad Council.
Wichita has taken a 7-6 lead, scoring one run in the bottom of the fifth inning on 2 base hits and 1 walk. Wichita scored in all but 1 inning against Shell. He set him down in order in the third. And besides that, 11 hits, 7 runs, all earned. A couple of cheap hits here and there, but a very subpar start for Stevens. So Sullivan out of the pen. 20th appearance of the year. And just his third outing over the last couple of weeks. He was held out for a week after giving up 5 runs in 2 innings to Midland on June the 3rd. Came back with a scoreless inning against Tulsa on June the 10th. And his last time out 4 nights ago against Springfield, he gave up 4 runs in 4 innings. After going those 4 innings, he gets 3 days off and will pitch to Brett Groves here in the 5th. O'Sullivan is 1-0, a 6.61 ERA, 3.19 average allowed. Groves is 1 for 3. Shell struck him out twice. Groves blooped a single off him as well. Got men at second and third. First base is open, and a pitch hit in the air to left field. 1 pitch, and Gates is underneath it, and he makes the catch. So the 5th inning is now complete. 1 run for the Wranglers on 2 base hits, 2 runners left. And Wichita's back in front. Now it is 7-6. The Wranglers leading. We go to the 6th inning. But first, these words on CSN from Settle Office Products.
Visit your closest concession stand and enjoy a hot dog, peanuts, and fresh smooth grilled Bud Light.
When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They give free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com. Dreams makes the best reality. And the reality is that the Honda Ridgeline is here at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. It's tough as nails and rugged from top to bottom. The all-new 2006 Honda Ridgeline features a rigid closed-box frame with unit body construction and fully independent suspension for confident handling. The Honda Ridgeline with full features. Come see it today and drive it away tonight at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. Bale Honda, making your life's drive a little bit smoother.
CSN is now live on the internet at csnsports.com. Click on live broadcast in the upper left-hand corner on your homepage for live play-by-play audio, not to mention all other programs CSN produces during the year. Check out our webpage with a list of games today on CSN, the latest scoreboard, and the latest sports headlines at csnsports.com. That's csnsports.com with live coverage worldwide on the internet. csnsports.com, bringing you closer to us than ever before.
Make sure you visit them this weekend for half-price drinks on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, Wranglers, let's...
7-6 Wranglers in front after 5 innings of play. We'll now pause 10 seconds for station identification. From Wichita's Lawrence Dumont Stadium, this is CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Arkansas Traveler Baseball.
Little Rock's ESPN 1380, KDXE North Little Rock.
Jonah Bayless is the new pitcher for Wichita as he comes on replacing Brian Bass. Bass worked the first 5 innings for the Wranglers, giving up 5 base hits, 6 runs, all earned. He walked 3, struck out 4. No wild pitches, no home runs, didn't pitch very well, but he did keep the Travs off the scoreboard in the 4th and the 5th. Greg Porter leads off the 6th inning with a line drive to left field. Coming on is Aldridge. Almost overran it, reaches up at the last split second and makes the catch, and Porter is out number 1. Hit the ball hard, but nothing to show for it there. Porter now 1 for 3. Numbers on Bayless.
Now batting the left fielder.
6'2", 210 pounds. Right-hander out of North Adams, Massachusetts. This is his 22nd appearance. A win, 2 losses, 4 saves. ERA 2.98. David Gates now the batter. And here comes a pitch to him. All the way back to the screen, way outside, ball 1. Bayless allowing only a 241 average. 38 hits in 42 and a third innings. 1-0 on Gates. He has walked. He's been hit by a pitch. Pitch on the way, and it's high for ball 2, 2-0. Gates walked in the third and came home on a single by Aybar. Then in the fourth, he let out getting hit by a pitch and was stranded at third base. Bayless with a 2-0. A swing and a miss as Gates takes a mighty swing and a fastball right at his hitting area. David's big swings, however, haven't resulted in all that much run production these days. Last 40 games, he's hit only 1 home run. Here's the 2-1 from Bayless. Gates takes it a strike at the letters. Thought that one was high, but it's 2-2. Bayless takes a long nod at the catcher. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a slider. Gates strikes out. A nice tight slider from Bayless. That's a power slider. Strikeout number 49 in 43 innings for Bayless, and that's against 21 walks. Brent Del Chiaro coming up now as the first 2 batters have gone down quickly. Trav's offense has been non-existent except for the third inning. Of the Trav's 5 base hits, 4 of them came in the third, and all 6 of their runs came in that third inning rally. Del Chiaro will take outside for a ball. Part of that rally in the third, Del Chiaro drove in the first run with a single to left. Then he grounded out in the fourth inning. The 1-0 pitch from Bayless on the way. Del swings, fouls it off. Over the first base seats and into the upper level. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nightfall has settled in, twilight time. Cannot see those huge gray clouds up above us, but they're there. 1-1 pitch, a high fly to right. Not deep at all. Underneath it is Ruan. And at shallow right field, Ruan puts it away, and the Travs are down in order in the 6th inning.
Going down 1, 2, 3.
So it is 7-6, Wichita. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning on the CSN Travs Radio Network.
Back. Only Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville offers a 3,000-mile warranty on every used vehicle. Back. Only Gwatney Chevrolet puts a brand new set of tires on every used vehicle. Back. Only Gwatney Chevrolet puts a bed liner in every used truck. Back. Only Gwatney Chevrolet offers a certificate of assurance that every used vehicle is good enough for a mom to drive. Back. Only at Gwatney Chevrolet will you get the new car smell without the new car price. Back. Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville is the only place to shop for new and used.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we've got a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
AmeriPride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. AmeriPride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an AmeriPride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linen, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for AmeriPride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
Travs put up their third goose egg in a row, and they're going to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Wranglers in front 7-6. And still on the mound for the Travs is right-hander Mark O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan threw only one pitch last inning and got the final out of the inning after Stephen Shell couldn't put the last couple of batters away. O'Sullivan's turned into a bit of a long relief man these days. And with no one warming up in the bullpen, O'Sullivan's job is to get through the sixth, possibly pitch into the seventh. 7 runs on 11 hits for the Wranglers. Travs have 6 runs on 5 hits. Matt Tupman, the batter, leading off in the sixth, has 3 of Wichita's hits today. First pitch to Tupman is high and away from O'Sullivan. Tupman had singles in the first and second, scored a run in the first. Knocked home a run in the fourth inning with a double, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Tupman on a fly ball hit into medium depth left field in the fourth. David Gates misread the ball off the bat, and it floated over his head. Tupman had been struggling. He was only 2 for 12 in the series against the Tulsa Drillers, and coming back with a vengeance here. O'Sullivan delivers high and away, and it's ball 2, 2-1. Tupman now has his third 3-hit game of the year. He hasn't had a 4-hit game yet. 2-1 pitch, slow grounder to Callaspo, coming in at second, takes it on 3 hops and flips to Morales for the out. And for the first time today, Matt Tupman makes the turn and heads back into the dugout. Hey, Traveler fans, we are back in town for the start of the second half of the season next Thursday, June 23rd against Corpus Christi. It'll be Academy Sports and Outdoors Bingo Night. Seat cushions given away Friday, June 24th to the first 1,000 paid adults. And that's courtesy of Comcast. A pitch to Huber inside for ball 1. Huber has a couple of hits. An RBI double in the first inning, later scored. RBI fielder's choice in the second. And a single in the fourth was later caught stealing. A pitch from O'Sullivan fouled back as Huber puts the home run swing on it. 1-1. A new giveaway on Saturday, June the 25th. Trucker caps to the first 1,000 paid adults, courtesy of Coca-Cola and KATV. A 1-1 to Huber. A swing and a line drive into shallow center that takes a sweet dive and falls right in front of Willits. That ball was almost hit like a curveball. Huber hit it, and it seemed like it was going to be a rising line drive into center, and then when it reached its apex, it almost went straight down. So Huber gets his third base hit. That is 12 hits for the Wranglers. And goodness gracious, this Traveler pitching staff is getting smacked around like Raggedy Ann. The Springfield Cardinals in the previous 5-game series hit .352 against the Travs. That was a 68 base hit total in 5 games. You put up 12 base hits here. We're only through 6 innings, not even through 6 innings. Here's a pitch to Aldridge on the outside corner. Shell took care of Aldridge 3 times, striking him out every at-bat. I don't want to get back to this thing on pitching here. 68 base hits in the previous 5 games, plus 12 today. That's 80 hits in 6 games, an average of a little over 13 hits a game. 0-1 to Aldridge. Inside, it's 1-1. And there isn't a thing that the Travelers hitters can do about this. They've been hitting the ball just fine. Hit .335 against the Cardinals, which usually in a 5-game series is good enough to pull out more than 2 wins. Not with the job this Traveler pitching staff has done. Runner going. Foul ball hit out of play by Aldridge. 1-2. Traveler pitchers this season are now allowing an average of .284 against. Starters allowing a .296 average. And you just wonder what this team could have done with a few more above-average performances by the starting rotation. Toss over to first base, back in is Huber. Constantly, the Travs are seeing their opponents now start to put up 6, 7, 8 runs a game. It's becoming commonplace. A 1-2 is a pitch out. At that time, Huber holds off the base. It's 2-2. Let's just take a look this month of June. Travs had a pretty good pitching staff there for a while, but this month the ERA is .553, allowing a .318 average. Huber running. Aldrich swings and misses. That is strike 3. And he is out for the 4th time on strikes, but there was no throw to second as Huber steals it.
That was another Wichita Greyhound Park stolen base by Jeff.
So Aldrich strikes out for the 4th time. Credit Marco Sullivan with his 22nd strikeout. Now it'll be Josh Presley coming up. Presley is 0 for 2. He's had a walk, a run scored, and 2 groundouts. Big left-handed hitter facing the righty Marco Sullivan. 7-6 Wichita, bottom of the 6th. Runner at second is Huber. Stretched by O'Sullivan. And with 2 outs, here's his first pitch to Presley. Right down the middle, Presley takes strike 1.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 31, Josh Presley.
Infield is fanned out, the outfield as well. Presley holds the bat above his head. O'Sullivan sets, checks second twice. The pitch is low, and it's 1-1. Wranglers got in front 5-0 after the second inning. Travs rallied back for 6 runs in the 3rd. Took a lead of 6-5, but then Wichita scored once in the 4th to tie it, once in the 5th to take the lead again. Now threatening. A 1-1, and Presley bounces it down the first base line. It's picked up by Morales on a high bounce. Flips to the pitcher. O'Sullivan covers, and the play is in time for the 3rd and final out of the 6th. No runs for the Wranglers, and 1 base hit, 1 runner left. Just the second inning that they do not score. We are going into the 7th inning with Wichita leading the Travs by a score of 7-6. This is the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the other book, not the other book. Florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, false teeth, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, bond bale, white whale. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the yellow book. Let your fingers walk into the yellow book, not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-tank trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Park Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the yellow pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
Hey, imagine the following. You and the family are sitting at Ray Winder Field, top of the 6th inning. Tulsa has 2 on, nobody out. A line drives to the shortstop, diving catch, tags the runner, throws to second. Hey, it's an amazing triple play. You just won $100,000. That's right. If the Travers turn a triple play in the 6th inning of a home game this year, one fan wins $100,000 grand. Travs triple play contest all season long. 18 and older with a valid driver's license must be present to win.
Starting at the top of the order in the 7th inning, Reggie Willits leading off against Jonah Bayless. First pitch fastball to Willits is in there for a strike. Travs haven't scored in the last 3 innings, put up 6 runs in the 3rd, and have had only 2 base runners since. Willits is 0 for 2. with a walk and a run. He'll bat left-handed, take another strike. And Bayless gets ahead 0-2. Bayless keeping batters off balance with a sharp slider and a heavy fastball. 0-2 the count on the Travelers center fielder with Callaspo and Aybar to follow. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Willits strikes out for the second time, and that time Bayless just blew him away with a fastball.
Now batting second baseman, Alberto Callaspo.
Now Alberto Callaspo will try to extend his hit streak, which is at 9, but he's 0 for 3 today, flying out twice and grounding out to his second base counterpart. He'll bat left-handed, and the third baseman King comes up. Here's a windup and a pitch from Bayless. Callaspo looks at a strike on the low outside corner. Bayless has set down 4 in a row. The 0-1 is skipped in front of the plate for a ball 1-1. Frisco is demolishing Corpus Christi at Whataburger Field today, 10-0 at the top of the 8th. The 1-1 on the way, and Callaspo hits a foul ball in the air over the bleachers at third and into the parking lot. 1-2. Corpus Christi has managed only 2 base hits against the Frisco starter Anderson Volquez. He threw 4 no-hit innings. San Antonio has a 2-0 lead over Midland in the top of the 7th. Here's a 1-2 and a hard ground ball to the second base hole, but picked up by Groves and shallow right, and he throws Callaspo out. That's 2 outs and 5 set down in a row by Bayless. Last score comes out of Tulsa. The Drillers lead Springfield 5-1. Travs lose this game, they fall into a last place tie with Wichita, and they'd be under 500 for the first time all year. Travs have sat at 500 3 times, but each time they've answered with a win. Right now they're trailing 7-6 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. The batter Erick Aybar is 1 for 3. No one on as he sends a flare over short. Coming in from left is Aldridge, and he was playing shallow. Gives him enough time to make a running catch. And that is 7 in a row retired in order. Travelers are going down quickly here in the top of the 7th. They're still in this one, 7-6 Wichita. As we stretch them at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, this is the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Now Goldie's Music presents the ultimate 50s vocal group collection called Doo-Wop Greats. Yes, you get the Cadillacs, the Platters, the Crests, the Del Vikings, Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, the Rivieras, the Kleptones, the Chantels, the Flamingos, Little Anthony and the Imperials, the Olympics, and the Five Satins, plus many more. Yes, you'll be singing along to the greatest doo-wop songs ever recorded.
I wonder who.
Doo-Wop Greats. All songs have been digitally remastered for the highest quality. Call now and add Doo-Wop Greats to your collection. Call 1-800-939-3995. That's 1-800-939-3995. 1-800-939-3995. Call 1-800-939-3995. That's 1-800-939-3995.
Sean Arnell inviting you to listen to Conference Call. All SEC all the time. Join Ken Kincaid and me. Weekdays 5 to 7 on Conference Call. Vanderbilt, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky. If it's SEC, it's on Conference Call. 5 to 7 weekdays right here on Little Rock's own ESPN 1380.
7-6 score, Wichita leading Arkansas, and we get to the bottom of the 7th after the stretch has come and gone. And Marco Sullivan pitching in his 3rd inning. He has sent down 4 of 5 batters faced. And Mike Aviles will lead off. The totals for the Arkansas Travelers are 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The Travs have stranded 3, with Wichita scoring 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors. The Wranglers have stranded 7. Aviles hit a 3-run homer in the 1st inning on a hanging curveball. He's then fouled out and flat out since. He's 1 for 3 and sends a high fly to the gap in right center field. Reggie Willits is underneath it about 10 steps to right, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Aviles 1 for 4. Up next, Brennan King. King scored what now is the go-ahead run. He batted with 2 outs and no one on in the 5th inning. Steve Shell had him down in the count at 1-2, and he ended up doubling to left field. Pulled it inside the line. And then after Mel Stalker walked, Wilkin Ruan singled up the middle to force him home. Here's a pitch. And King takes a strike at the letters. 0-1. Got a final out of Cleveland now. The Indians defeated the Rockies 2-1. Pitch upstairs here to King. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kevin Millwood picked up the win, his second. Jamie Wright was the losing pitcher. Now 4 and 6. Bob Wickman saved his 18th. O'Sullivan's 1-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right by King. Coming on is Murphy, close to the line, and he has to dive for it, but it evades him. Gets behind him a couple of feet. Trying to get a second King with his second double of the ball game and his 3rd base hit. Murphy was positioned at normal depth right field, and that ball was hit high but not very deep down the right field line. And falls in for Wichita's base hit. It is base hit number 13 for the Wranglers. They're out hitting the Traps 13-5, but Arkansas down by just 1 run. Mel Stalker, now the batter. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Left-handed, takes away from the strike zone, and it's ball 1. A note on that game in Cleveland, Ryan Shealy, who was last year's Texas League home run champ and player of the year, hit his first major league home run. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Stalker pops it up. Shortstop Aybar backing up 2 steps. He's underneath it, still in the infield, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs.
Right fielder, number 11, Wilkin Ruan.
Kansas City has now opened up a 5-run lead on the Dodgers. KC was trailing 3-2 going into the 6th inning, and they put up 6 runs. 8-3, Royals leading bottom 7. Ruan, the batter, he is 2 for 3. He scored a run. He's knocked in a run. And he fouls a pitch in the air over the first base seat, strike 1. Of the 13 base hits today for Wichita, they're scattered pretty evenly. Tupman and Huber, each with 3 base hits. King also has 3 hits. Ruan 2 hits. Aviles 1. 0-1, a check swing. They'll appeal it. No swing, and the ball was low, so it's 1-1. Runner at second, King after his double. There's 2 outs. A 1-1 count on right-handed hitting Wilkin Ruan. Here's a pitch from O'Sullivan. Change up, swung through and missed. Strike 2. O'Sullivan now credited with 2 innings. Came on in the 5th with 2 outs. Looking to send us into the 8th inning with a 7-6 Wrangler lead. Time call. Del Chiaro and O'Sullivan have to get their signs down. Trotting out to the mound is Brent. Game time tomorrow here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium will be 7:05. Even though the Wranglers publish it as a 7 o'clock start time, if they throw the first pitch at 7 o'clock, I'll go swim in the Arkansas River. Stretch by O'Sullivan. Here is the 1-2. Low and outside with a slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's Steve shot again. The general manager turned beer hawker. 2-2. Ground ball to Porter at third. Takes the second bounce. He gloves it. Here's the throw to first, and Ruan is out by a step. That'll end the seventh inning as O'Sullivan pitches 2 1/3 scoreless. Leaves a runner on base in the seventh inning. We go to the eighth. Wranglers 7, Travelers 6. Now these words on CSN from the Air Force.
You know, a while back when I was growing up, that was a long time ago, the Travelers used to do free tickets for kids with the not-hole game. Well, the tradition continues at Ray Winder Field thanks to the West Little Rock Optimist Club. Listen to this deal. Every Traveler home game, youth groups can get free box seats. You heard right. Free box seats by calling the Travelers.
The Air Force is the only branch of service with its own community college. It's called the Community College of the Air Force, and it makes a difference. You see, in the Air Force, you earn college credit for learning your job. You can earn an associate's degree in one of 66 career fields. Your job experience goes farther in the Air Force. For more information, call 1-800-423-USAF or log on at airforce.com. Cross into the blue with the U.S. Air Force. No one comes close.
It was the first game of a 5-game series from Tulsa, Oklahoma at Tulsa County Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma as the Arkansas Travelers met the Tulsa Drillers. And Tulsa on the home run bat by Shake Moore won the ball game by the score of 10-2. Andy Van Slyke had a solo home run for the Arkansas Travelers back in 1982, but Shake Moore was 3 for 4 from the plate, had a home run, and 3 runs batted in. After the game, Tulsa manager Tommy Burgess says Shake Moore's acquisition for the ball club was tremendous for his team.
Well, I'm awfully happy that we've got him, and he's awfully happy to be over here. You can look at the Jackson Ball Club. They got 3 young prospects, and Shake was just falling between the stools. And with Teddy Davis going over there, he was the player to be named later. We got him. We're awfully happy that he's with us, and he's awfully happy to be here.
That was the manager of the Tulsa Drillers back in 1982, Tommy Burgess, as Tulsa defeated the Arkansas Travelers 10-2 on the date April the 24th, 1982. And that's tonight's American Gold and Silver Traveler Flashback.
Here's Mike Napoli leading off the 8th inning for the Travelers. Still, the offense today for Arkansas has been concentrated in just 1 inning, the 3rd. They've gone scoreless the last 4. Napoli is 0 for 2 with a walk. Jonah Bayless pitching, and the pitch inside for a ball. Bayless has faced 6 hitters in 2 innings. He has set all of them down. He came in to replace Brian Bass after his 5 innings of work. Here is the 1-0 from Bayless. Napoli takes a strike on the inside. 1-1. Travs put up 6 runs on 4 hits in the 3rd inning. They sent 10 batters to the plate. They've had only 2 base runners since then. Napoli a swing and a miss. That makes it 1-2. 14 of the last 16 batters have been set down. That includes Napoli's strikeout of the 5th. Here's a 1-2 from Bayless. Swing and a miss. Napoli went after a high fastball. That was over his head. He strikes out for the 3rd time. Bayless has struck out 3. That is 7 Trav batters down on strikes today. Bass with 4. Now Kendrys Morales standing in. Morales having the best day of any Trav at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with 3 RBI. Batting left-handed, and he takes a pitch outside, ball 1. After Morales lined out to left field in the 2nd, he smoked a 3-run double off the center field wall in the 3rd, and then lined a single to right in the 5th. Here's a 1-0 from Bayless. Change-up away from Morales, 2-0. Base is empty, 1 away. Morales takes ball 3 outside. Bayless hadn't been to 3 balls on any batter that he faced over the first 2 1/3 innings he's pitched. Now he's missed with 3 in a row to Morales, and on deck is Tommy Murphy. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Strike 1, and a generous strike call off the outside corner. 3-1. Kendry wearing those socks up to the bottom of the knee. Here's the 3-1 to Morales. A swing and a high fly to shallow right center field coming in Ruan. Right fielder underneath it. He's got it. Ruan makes it out number 2, and Morales is 2 for 4.
Now batting your Class of K-Man, right fielder Tommy Murphy. Anybody hungry?
Here's Tommy Murphy, the Trav right fielder. 3 at-bats, no hits, hasn't been on base. He's flied out twice, grounded out once. He'll bat from the left side, 8 homers on the season. 8 triples to lead the league. Trav's offense right now dormant. The windup by Bayless, he delivers. Murphy takes outside, ball 1. What a very odd game today. We've had 2 wacky games in a row. The 1-0 to Murphy. Swinging a liner up the middle. He's got a base hit. And Stocker quickly into the gap to cut it off. Murphy has a 2-out single. He's 1 for 4. That's just the Trav's second base hit over the last 5 innings.
Now batting the third baseman, Greg Porter.
Now it's Greg Porter coming up. Porter is 1 for 3. Here's a throw to first. And back in, standing up, is Murphy. 12 steals on the year for Murphy, 17 attempts. Bayless is pretty quick to the plate. Shortstop Aviles ready to cover. Murphy doesn't have a big lead. The stretch, the pitch to Porter. Upstairs, ball 1. Porter singled in the third on a hot smash that got behind Huber at first base. Then Porter scored on a single by Del Chiaro and later was called out on strikes as the final out of the third inning. Then he lined out to left field in the 6th, hit the ball hard. Close the line at third base. Kings open up a huge gap to short. Here's a pitch. Swing and a foul back as Porter almost falls down on the strength of the swing that carried him across the plate. 1-1 the count. Wichita leading 7-6 in the top of the 8th inning. Wranglers were ahead 5-0 after 2. Travs rallied back, taking a 6-5 lead after the third. Runs on the 4th and the 5th for Wichita puts us where we are now. Porter a swing, a soft flare over short. That'll fall in for a hit. Murphy going to third base. And there's runners at the corners on a single by Porter, who is now 2 for 4. Sounded like Greg broke the bat on a soft fly ball that fell in between Aviles, Aldridge, and Stocker. David Gates will come up. Gates has been on base twice. A walk in the third, hit by a pitch in the 4th, and he struck out in the 6th inning against Bayless. The catcher Tupman walks in front of the mound, signaling a few signs for the infielders. Action is up in the Traveler bullpen. Vaughn Sturzbach is warming up. No one yet throwing in the Wichita pen. Here's a stretch by Bayless. And a pitch to Gates. A little bleeder off the right side of the batter circle and foul. Gates started the swing very late, and Bayless came high and inside. Had to strike 1. Gates on the season, 35 runs batted in. Throw to first. Porter lunges back in. Gates has knocked in only 6 runs in his last 40 games. He was the league's leading RBI man through the middle of May. Tying run at third and a go-ahead run at first for Gates. Bayless ready with a count of 0-1. Right-hander delivers. Gates takes it right down the middle. Strike 2 with a fastball. Bayless is throwing hard. He's pumping some real gas in there. Gates seemed to be caught a little off guard by that pitch. Count is 0-2 on Gates. Bayless has struck out 3 in 2 2/3. Now he is ready, and he steps to third, looks at first, and the runners didn't budge. With 2 outs, Murphy singled. Porter singled him to third. 0-2 on Gates. Bayless ready. Now the pitch. A ground ball to second. Up with it is Groves. He'll throw to first. Gates is out. And the Travs threat is finished. No runs. 2 hits. 2 left. 7.5 complete. Wranglers 7. Travelers 6. This is the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
As a director,
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. Like the time I went in a shop till you drop-a-thon with my girlfriend. So there I am pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks steak, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me, a Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
As an aircraft avionics technician, I repair just about any electronic component on the airplane.
Jared Lampkin earned a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Electronics Engineering Technology in 2003 and an Associate of Applied Science degree in 2002 from the ITT Technical Institute in Birmingham, Alabama.
My bachelor's from ITT Tech is a really well-respected degree. The school has a lot of hands-on teaching, and it's a really nice atmosphere.
At ITT Technical Institute, you can pursue skills that can be used to help you prepare for a new career or create opportunities in your current field. Call 1-800-ITT-TECH. That's 1-800-ITT-TECH, or visit us on the web at www.itt-tech.edu to investigate a campus nearest you. Find a potential new path to your future at ITT Tech.
I want to move higher, get everything I can, like my own plane.
ITT Technical Institute, education for the future.
Travs just finished their 5th consecutive scoreless inning. They're still down 7-6 to the Wranglers. A very impressive comeback in the 3rd inning after the Travs were down 5-0. They put up 6 runs in the 3rd, but ever since then, the offense has been quiet. Did manage a couple of base hits with 2 outs in the 8th, but could not bring home the tying run. Still on in relief is Mark O'Sullivan. He's gone 2 1/3 innings, allowing just a couple of hits and no runs. No one's made it to third base against Mark. O'Sullivan will pitch in the 8th inning with Vaughn Sturzbach warming up in the bullpen. The top of the order, due to bat, it's Brett Groves, Matt Tupman, and Justin Huber. Groves first. He's 1 for 4. He'll bat from the left side. And O'Sullivan will stretch, kick, and deliver. First pitch is low, ball 1. Wranglers got the go-ahead run in the 5th inning with 2 outs. Brennan King singled, went to second on a walk. Wilkin Ruan knocked him in with a base hit up the middle. Groves chops to Callaspo at second on 2 bounces. The flip to Morales is in time for the out, and there's 1 away. And Tupman coming up now. Tupman looking for his 4th hit.
Now batting the catcher, number 6, Matt Tupman.
Tupman led the offense the first 3 innings. Singled and scored in the 1st. Singled in the 2nd. Knocked home a run with a double over Gates' head in the 4th. And he grounded out in the 6th inning to Callaspo. O'Sullivan delivers to him. Tupman takes a high heater. 1 ball, no strikes. Chris Morris getting his legs ready as he runs a few wind sprints around the bullpen and right. Tupman takes a strike at the letters, and it's 1-1. Due up for the Travs in the 9th inning will be Brent Del Chiaro. He should lead it off. Thing is, Chris Morris may be coming on to pinch hit for him, or he may be just getting ready to pinch run. Dell is 1 for 3. Here's a 1-1. That one's low. It's ball 2. You'd anticipate seeing Morris come on to pinch hit. Certainly a lot more options for Morris. Doesn't have the power Del Chiaro does, but he'll put the ball in play a little more often. He could also bunt for a hit. 2-1 pitch to Tupman is high, and O'Sullivan goes to 3 balls for the first time against any hitter today. Here's O'Sullivan's 3-1 pitch. Tupman hits it up the middle, and he's got his 4th base hit. 4 for 5. First 4-hit game for Matt Tupman this season. That's 14 base hits for Wichita. So Tupman got his 4th hit. Now Huber in search of the same. Huber is 3 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. He's also stolen a base and been caught stealing. It's been a busy day for Justin Huber. O'Sullivan, instead of throwing a pitch, flips over to Morales at first base, and walking back in safely is Matt Tupman. City of Wichita is just at the edge of a huge storm. I mean, right at the edge. Here's a pitch. Huber takes it high, ball 1. The clouds have been hovering above us all game long, but we haven't seen a drop of rain yet. This will probably be one of those nights that once the last pitch is delivered and they're walking off the field, the skies will open up. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Swinging a double play ball up the middle. Aybar takes it himself to second, flips off balance to first. Double play ends the inning. So O'Sullivan pitches very well. No runs, 1 hit, no one left. He went 3 in the 3rd inning. And now the Travs come up with their last chance. Top of the 9th inning after this. 7-6 Wichita. This is the CSN Travelers Radio Network.
Are you tired of dealing with peeling, cracking, chipping paint, drafty houses? Then call Royal Windows and Siding right now. They can wrap your home in a blanket of insulation and add the Grand Sierra siding from Alcoa. It's the only siding with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. Call in now for special savings from Royal Windows and Siding. Never paint again. Call about the Grand Sierra siding at 1-800-760-1419. Call Royal now at 1-800-760-1419.
Big and Chick has always given you and your family the best choices in great food. Many of you are now watching those carbs, and although the Big and Chick menu has always offered great low-carb items, there's now a special low-carb menu featuring items with the same great taste Big and Chick is famous for. Of course, you'll still find those great Big and Chick ribs, barbecue sandwiches, catfish, gourmet sandwiches, chicken, steaks, and more. Bring the whole family for a relaxing dinner. In a hurry, get it to go. Big and Chick, 7824 Highway 107 in Sherwood. Open 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
It happens every time you open the door at Moe's Southwest Grill. Moe wants you to feel welcome, so every time you open the door. But that's not the reason people open Moe's door. It's because Moe knows burritos. And because Moe is fanatical about fresh food. You won't even find a freezer there because Moe makes everything from scratch. People open the door because Moe knows salad. And because you get to watch as your meal is made to order right in front of you in just a few minutes. And Moe knows quesadillas. So bring a friend, bring the whole family. But if you don't mind, when you do come into Moe's Southwest Grill, please only open the door once.
One more chance for the Travs to get that elusive tying run. Top of the 9th inning, 7-6, Wichita in front, and Jonah Bayless going for the 4-inning save. It'll be pinch hitter Chris Morris leading off in the 9th inning. He replaces Brent Del Chiaro. The switch-hitting Morris will bat left-handed. He's hitting .276, no homers, 12 RBIs. Scored 13 runs on the year. Corners guarding the line. No doubles is the defensive positioning. Here's a pitch from Bayless. Morris takes it inside, ball one. Morris has been the most often used pinch hitter. This is his 8th pinch hit at bat. Here's a 1-0. Swinging a foul ball. Popped up over the press box. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morris is 2 for 7 in a pinch. It's actually his 9th plate appearance as a pinch hitter. He's also taken 1 walk. Closing at third is Brennan King. Here's the 1-1 to Morris. Swinging a fly ball, left field, coming on Aldridge, still coming, and he's there. He's got it, and Morris is out. 2 more outs, and the Travs will be below 500 for the first time this year. A loss will tie them with Wichita for 3rd place or last place, depending on which way you look at it.
Now batting the center fielder, Reggie Willits.
Willits will stand in. Reggie is 0 for 3. Reached once on a walk. Bayless pitching fantastically. He's only allowed 2 base runners and 3 in the 3rd. Bayless struck out Willits on 3 pitches in the 7th. Here comes a first pitch to Willits. And right down the middle, he takes strike 1. Bayless shakes off a sign. Now the windup and the 0-1. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Coming in Ruan. He is there. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. Bayless going for the 4-inning save. This would not be the first time he goes 4 innings. But it would be the first time he gets a save in 4 innings. And Alberto Callaspo is the Travelers' last hope to remain alive today. Alberto 0 for 4, a rare 0 for 4 game. 2 groundouts to second, 2 flyouts. Here comes a pitch. Low and inside, it hit in back of the plate, ball 1. Callaspo's hit 7 home runs this year. None of them against the Wranglers. Bayless delivers a 1-0. Swinging a liner into center. Stocker is there. And this one's over. For the first time in the 2005 season, the Arkansas Travelers have lost more games than they have won. They lose tonight 7-6 and fall to 33-34. Wranglers empty out of the dugout. They'll celebrate around second base. We'll have the totals coming up next on the Creative Sports Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Hit a home run with your family tonight. Whether you're planning a meal before the game or snacks for the game, remember to include milk, cheese, and yogurt in the game plan. 3 servings a day of dairy is the right amount to help keep your body healthy. It's easy. Just look for the 3-a-day logo on your favorite calcium-rich dairy foods at your local retailer. For more information, including recipes and coupons, visit www.3aday.org. Have you had your 3-a-day today? The power of cheese.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi, I just bought a 6-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste.
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying. All I want is flavor.
Sure, there's no flavor.
Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center.
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night cravings, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey,
Nobody said quitting smoking was easy, but others have done it, and you can too, with help from the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the help you need to kick the tobacco habit. It's free, and it's free of nagging and preaching too. So call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and get the help you need. What have you got to lose, besides the most dangerous habit you've ever had? 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call now.
Travs lose their third consecutive game, falling to a game under 500. Here are the unofficial final totals. Arkansas with 6 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Travs stranded 5. Wichita Wranglers score 7 runs on 14 hits, no errors, and 8 runners left. The winning pitcher, Brian Bass, is 6-4. The losing pitcher, Stephen Shell, is 3-5. The save goes to Jonah Bayless, his 5th. Time of game was 2 hours, 43 minutes, and the attendance has not yet been announced. Travs and Wranglers each with a record of 33 and 34. Coming up next, the Allstate Insurance postgame report. We'll have the recap first. This is the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the CSN Radio Network was brought to you by the ITT Technical Institute online at itt-tech.edu. By Coca-Cola, make it real. By Miller Lite, prevent taste loss with Miller Lite. And by Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate. And by the Sonic Drive-In. Arkansas Traveler Baseball has been brought to you statewide on the Creative Sports Radio Network by Bale Honda. See the new Honda cars and trucks today. By the U.S. Airports, crossing to the blue. The Bank of the Ozarks with several locations to serve you. And by the Canadian Tax Advisory Group. Arkansas Traveler Baseball has been a presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network. Stay tuned next for the Traveler postgame show. Right here on CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network.
How would you like to lose weight and get paid to do so? Sound good? Well, then listen to this. The Slim Cafe Coffee Company would like you to switch to great-tasting Slim Cafe coffee for a month. If you don't lose 4 pounds, return it for a full refund. That's how sure we are that you're going to lose weight. Slim Cafe will also pay you $1 a pound for every pound you lose. You heard me right. We're going to offer you a money-back guarantee plus pay you for every pound you lose. No gym to join, no pills to take, no exercise, no special diet. Just switch from your coffee to ours. Eat whatever you normally eat. Just drink 3 cups of Slim Cafe coffee a day and you'll watch those pounds fade away. Slim Cafe is a premium blended coffee with 7 proven weight loss ingredients that are safe and effective. It tastes great and you'll lose weight, guaranteed. To get a month's supply of Slim Cafe, call toll-free right now, 1-800-399-0582. That's 1-800-399-0582. Slim Cafe, big on taste, small on your waist. Call now, 1-800-399-0582.
Are you self-employed and successful at what you do? It's great being your own boss, huh? But you may have noticed a downside, like trying to find health insurance. If you're self-employed, you might not even have health insurance. That's why you need to join the NASE, the National Association for the Self-Employed. When you belong to the NASE, you have access to an endorsed health insurance plan. You're free to choose your own doctors and hospitals. And, are you listening? When you reach age 65, you can get back all your premiums minus your claims with our optional return of premium benefit. Join the NASE. Call 1-877-735-6965 right now. Here it is again, 1-877-735-6965. In addition to these benefits, you get access to over 100 other business and personal benefits. Look, if you're self-employed, call the NASE. 1-877-735-6965. Endorsed health insurance is underwritten by the Mega Life and Health Insurance Company, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Optional benefits require additional premium. 1-877-735-6965.
The Allstate Insurance Arkansas Traveler postgame show is brought to you by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Welcome back to Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Travs had a rough day today, losing 7-6 to the Wichita Wranglers. Of the Travelers' 7 base hits, And the 6 runs, 4 of those hits, 6 of the runs came in the third inning, and the offense was very silent after that. Meanwhile, Wichita bangs out 14 base hits in defeating Arkansas. The final score today, 7-6. Let's recap the ball game here in the Allstate Insurance postgame report. Trav's starting pitcher Stephen Shell just didn't have his good stuff today. 2 of the first 3 batters reached base. Matt Tupman, the one-out single up the middle, his first of 4 base hits. Justin Huber followed with an RBI double to left center field, knocking home Tupman to give the Wranglers a 1-0 lead. After the second out, Shell walked Josh Presley and then gave up Mike Aviles his 3-run homer on a hanging 0-2 curveball to left field. Aviles' 9th home run of the season put the Wranglers ahead 4-0. Then Shell in the second inning gave up a 1-out single to Brett Groves, a little dunker into left center. Tupman's second base hit, a single to left field, sent Groves to second. Then a wild pitch from Shell sent Groves to third and Tupman to second base. Infield came up and Justin Huber grounded to the hole at short. Aybar was able to get to the hole and make the play. Threw home, but Groves slid outside the tag of Brent Del Chiaro, scoring, and it was 5-0 Wranglers. Shell would get through the second inning without giving up another run. Then in the top of the third, the Travs exploded against Brian Bass. Neither of the first 6 hitters that Bass faced reached base, but then in the third, Greg Porter led off with a hard smash past first baseman Greg Huber for a single. That was Justin Huber for a single. Then David Gates drew a walk, and Brent Del Chiaro singled into left field, chasing Porter home. Then Bass walked Reggie Willits on a full count, loading the bases, and after 1 out, Erick Aybar stroked the base hit to right field, chasing home Gates, getting the Travs within 3 runs. Bases were still loaded, and Mike Napoli drew a 3-2 count and took a ball outside for a walk, forcing home another run, bringing home Del Chiaro. Travs were down 5-3 at that point. Then Kendrys Morales, who had gone 0 for his first 12 at Double-A, lines a double off the base of the center field fence, chasing all 3 runners home, and Arkansas had their only lead of the game, 6-5. Couldn't bring home Morales, however. Murphy flied out, Porter struck out, and only 2 more runners would make it to third base for the remainder of the game. Shell didn't pitch too well with that lead, although he did set him down in order in the third. In the fourth inning, Wilkin Ruan led off with a bloop single to right field, then stole second as Shell struck out Brett Groves. Then Matt Tupman followed with a fly ball to left field that David Gates overran. It got over his head and fell right in front of the warning track for a game-tying double, and the game was tied at that point 6-6. While the Wranglers would get runners at first and third base with 1 away, Shell would pick off Huber at first and then catch Corey Aldridge looking to keep the game tied. Then in the 5th inning, after 2 outs, things unraveled once again for Steve. Brennan King doubled down the third base line, and after Shell walked Mel Stocker, Ruan, who entered the game batting .200, pulled a single up the middle, bringing home King for the final run of the game. Wichita had a 7-6 lead at that point. Bass would throw a scoreless 5th inning, and then on came Jonah Bayless in the 6th. 1-2-3 went the Travs in the 6th, 7th, and then the first 2 batters retired in the 8th before Murphy and Porter singled, putting runners at the corners. David Gates would ground out to second on a hard bouncer, and that would be the last chance the Travelers had. Bayless sent him down in order in the 9th inning. So with the loss, the Travs dropped to 33-34. The Wranglers up now to 33-34. Wichita could put the Travs in last place by themselves if they send the Travs to their 4th consecutive loss tomorrow. Let's have a pause, 10 seconds for station identification from Lawrence Dumont Stadium in Wichita. This is CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Arkansas Traveler Baseball.
Little Rock's ESPN 1380, KDXE, North Little Rock.
Coming up next, we'll have a look at the Texas League scoreboard. This is the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
The third base coach. He doesn't get much attention. You've never heard of a third base coach groupie, have you? But he's vital to the success of the team. His experience and knowledge of the game can mean the difference between scoring a run or getting thrown out at the plate. Allstate agents play a similar role to the third base coach, although they have experience with much more than just home. They can help with auto insurance, life insurance, and your retirement needs as well. And they'll do it without using any crazy signals. They'll help you understand the coverage options available so you can find the one that's right for you. You deserve a team with big league experience. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
To get a team with big league experience, just visit your local Allstate agent. Call 1-800-ALLSTATE or click on allstate.com.
Insurance subject to availability and qualifications. Allstate Insurance Company, Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night craving, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi, I just bought a six-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste?
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying, all I want is flavor.
Sure, there's no
Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center.
I'll tell you what, I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Travs losing today by a final score of 7-6. Check out the scores in the Texas League. A blowout at Corpus Christi. It's a final. Frisco defeats them 10-0 with 14 hits for the Rough Riders and just 3 for Corpus Christi. Edison Volquez picks up his first win at Double-A. He's now 1-2. Mark McLemore falls to 5-6 as a losing pitcher for Corpus Christi. Midland shut out today by San Antonio, 3-0. 13 hits for the Missions, just 4 for the Rockhounds. Bobby Livingston earns his 6th win of the season. Drew Dickinson falls to 2-6 for Midland. Emiliano Fruto saved his 3rd. The Tulsa Drillers defeat Springfield 5-1, and the Drillers now with a record of 41-26. Zach Parker wins his league-leading 9th game of the season against just 2 losses, and Jeremy Cummings falls to 1-1. Those are the Texas League scores, and coming up next, the Major League scores brought to you by West Airlines. But first, these words on CSN from Settle Office Products.
When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They get free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family-owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com. Dreams makes the best reality. And the reality is that the Honda Ridgeline is here at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. It's tough as nails and rugged from top to bottom. The all-new 2006 Honda Ridgeline features a rigid closed-box frame with unit body construction and fully independent suspension for confident handling. The Honda Ridgeline with full features. Come see it today and drive it away tonight at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. Bale Honda, making your life's drive a little bit smoother.
The Air Force is the only branch of service with its own community college. It's called the Community College of the Air Force, and it makes a difference. You see, in the Air Force, you earn college credit for learning your job. You can earn an associate's degree in one of 66 career fields. Your job experience goes farther in the Air Force. For more information, call 1-800-423-USAF or log on at airforce.com. Cross into the blue with the U.S. Air Force. No one comes close.
CSN is now live on the internet at csnsports.com. Click on live broadcast in the upper left-hand corner on your homepage for live play-by-play audio, not to mention all other programs CSN produces during the year. Check out our webpage with a list of games today on CSN, the latest scoreboard, and the latest sports headlines at csnsports.com. That's csnsports.com with live coverage worldwide on the internet. csnsports.com, bringing you closer to us than ever before.
Lightning strikes now occurring all over town with the storm now coming in from the southwest, and it's going to be pouring very soon here in Wichita. Travs already had their parade rained on, losing 7-6 to the Wranglers. A check at the Major League scoreboard now. One game in the National League was the Braves defeating the Reds 5-2. John Smoltz picked up his 6th win against 5 losses, and Chris Reitsma saved his 5th. Rafael Furcal and Marcus Giles each hit their 5th home run. And Joe Randa and Adam Dunn went deep for the Reds. 9 for Randa, number 17 for Dunn. Final in Detroit, Tigers over the Padres 3-1. Jeremy Bonderman has won his 8th game against his 4 losses. Troy Percival saved his 5th. Williams, the loser, falls to 2-5. Dave Roberts homers for San Diego, number 3. Chris Shelton hit his first home run for Detroit. The Mets, on the strength of a 7-run 5th inning, go on to beat the A's 9-6 at McAfee Coliseum. Chris Benson picks up win number 5. Glenn, the loser, 0-3. Braden Looper saved number 13. 2 home runs for the Mets in that 5th inning. Mike Piazza hit his 7th. Carlos Beltran hit his 8th. Mark Kotze and Nick Swisher hit their 4th home runs each for Oakland. Cleveland 2, Colorado 1, a final from Jacobs Field. Kevin Millwood comes back from the disabled list and wins his 100th career game, his 2nd on the season. Jamie Wright, the loser, falls to 4-6. Bob Wakeman hit his 18th home run. Last year's Texas League Player of the Year, former Tulsa first baseman Ryan Shealy hit his first Major League home run for Colorado. The Yankees sweep the Pirates with a 6-1 victory at the stadium today. Randy Johnson picked up his 7th win. He defeats Oliver Perez, who falls to 5-5. Hideki Matsui homered, his 6th. Michael Restovich homered for the Bucks, his 3rd. Kansas City, a comeback victory over the Dodgers, 9-6. They scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning for the win. Mike Wood gets the victory. He's 3-2. Derek Lowe falls to 5-7. Jason Grabowski hit the game's only home run. The Dodgers outfielder hit his 4th. They're in the top of the 9th inning in Minnesota. The Giants and the Twins tied at 7. 2 home runs for the Twins, Lou Ford and Joe Mauer. And the Seattle Mariners are leading Philadelphia 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th at Safeco. Those are the scores from the major leagues, and they're brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, Southwest can get you there with over 2,700 daily nonstop flights. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom. Next up, we'll name the BC Powder Player of the Game in the Wranglers' 7-6 win over the Arkansas Travelers. And this is the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Little Rock ESPN 1380 takes a moment to salute the men and women of our armed forces. Whether they're protecting the security of our homeland or stationed around the world preserving freedom, we thank them and their families for their sacrifices.
In our national anthem, America is called the land of the free and the home of the brave. Not by accident are these qualities connected, for it is because of the brave that we remain the free. As our fellow citizens in America's armed services fulfill their duties abroad, let us not fail to fulfill our duty here at home, to support them and pray for them until they return victorious and safely home.
We may take our freedoms for granted, but once in a while, we need to stop and say thank you to those who give their time and their lives to preserve those freedoms. A big thank you to the men and women of our armed forces. From Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Mayhem in the AM. Weekday morning, 7 till 9 on Little Rock ESPN 1380. May include a guest.
Coach Hugh Smith of the Arkansas Razorbacks joining us this morning. When you come to these events, does it ever get old talking about all the players and the folks here?
You know, the one thing, I love coming to Little Rock. This is where I'm from. You know just about everybody here. So it's fun. It's homecoming. You know, it's home week. And so there's nothing like it. And nothing like talking about your football team.
We've got to talk about the quarterback situation. You probably thought you were going to get out of here without us asking you about it. You know, that's got to be the number one question you're asked about.
Definitely the number one question. And I really feel like if we get that position established, I think we're going to have a really good football team. And one of those guys really needs to step up. I think they've made tremendous improvement. They all three have one thing in common. They hadn't played very much in the SEC, but I think they got a good supporting cast.
And who knows, a few sports stories, too. Mayhem in the AM. Weekday mornings, 7 till 9. Mayhem in the AM on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
There's a number of candidates for the Wichita Wranglers for BC Powder Player of the Game today. You've got 3 Wrangler players with at least 3 base hits. Justin Huber, Brennan King, and Matt Tupman. Tupman leads the attack with 4 base hits. Then Jonah Bayless, the reliever for the Wranglers, gets a 4-inning save, holding the Travelers to only 2 base hits, and he strikes out 3. But when Tupman goes 4 for 5, he drives in a tying run and has a very nice job catching today. We'll name the BC Powder Player of the Game as Wichita catcher Matt Tupman. BC Powder is the official pain reliever of the Arkansas Travelers. BC gets into your system fast, and BC goes to work fast. For headaches, backaches, muscle pain, nothing works faster than BC. Use as directed. We'll wrap up this broadcast after this on the CFL Network.
Ed and I sell soft drinks at ball games, and he first told me about BC Powder.
We carry big trays of drinks up and down the stadium steps. Man, it's a killer.
And with a backache, that tray feels heavier and heavier.
And the stairs are tough on your knees.
One night I was dragging, and the game wasn't half over.
I told Brian he needs a BC to stop the pain fast, because it goes to work quick.
BC stopped the pain, got me right back to work.
BC goes down easy with a soft drink, but don't tell the boss, okay?
BC, pain relief at the speed of powder. Use as directed.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. Like the time I went on a shop till you drop-a-thon with my girlfriend. So there I am, pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks great, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me, a Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night cravings, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey, imagine the following. You and the family are sitting at Ray Winder Field, top of the 6th inning. Tulsa has 2 on, nobody out. A line drive to the shortstop, diving catch, tags the runner, throws the second. Hey, it's an amazing triple play. You just won $100,000. That's right. If the Travelers turn a triple play in the 6th inning of a home game this year, one fan wins $100,000 grand. Prayers triple play contest all season long. 18 and older with a valid driver's license must be present to win.
Well, for the second game in a row, the Travs lose a tough one-run ball game. Tonight, the final score, Wichita 7, Arkansas 6. Last night, they lost a back-and-forth affair to Springfield 9-8. Came back in the 3rd inning after falling behind 5-0, putting up 6 runs in the 3rd. But that's all the Travs could muster today. Offense wasn't enough, and certainly the pitching wasn't there either. Though certainly Marco Sullivan deserves some kudos for 3 1/3 scoreless innings of relief. Stephen Shell had a very subpar outing, giving up 7 runs on 11 hits in 4 2/3 as he falls to 3-5. And the Travs, for the first time in the 2005 season, have lost more games than they have won. Started out 9-1, and ever since that 9-1 start, the Travs are now 24-33. Well, here are the official final totals, with Arkansas scoring 6 runs on 7 base hits, no errors. Travelers left 5 runners on base, and Arkansas goes 3 for 9 with a runner in scoring position. Wichita Wranglers scores 7 runs on 14 hits, no errors. The Wranglers strand 8. Wichita goes 4 for 15 with a runner in scoring position. That's a lot of chances with a man in scoring position. Winning pitcher today is Brian Bass. He went 5 innings, allowed 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned, walked 3, struck out 4. Bass's record is 6-4. Losing pitcher Shell already went through his line. His record 3-5. Jonah Bayless gets the save. 4 scoreless innings of work, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. It was his 5th save of the year. Time of game, 2 hours, 44 minutes. The paid attendance, 1,596. Game 2 of the series will be tomorrow night here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. A 7:05 first pitch. It'll be righty Casey Olenberger taking the mound with a record of 2-3 and a 3.19 earned run average. His mound opponent is Wichita left-hander Mike Stodolka, who's gone 1-6 with a 5.66 ERA. Again, the first pitch at 7:05. Airtime tomorrow coming at 6:40, and that is right here on the ITT Tech pregame show at 6:45. Of course, it'll be right here on the Creative Sports Radio Network. Thanks to our affiliates carrying the broadcast today across the state of Arkansas. In Russellville, KARV. In Fordyce, KBJT. In Pine Bluff, KPBQ. Also Pine Bluff, KOTN. North Little Rock, KDXE, Total Sports 1380. And in Conway, Little Rock, KASR 92.7, our flagship station. Thanks to all the board operators down the line, and also to our studio engineer, the CSN Executive Vice Producer, Michael Harrison. This is Phil Elson thanking you, fans, for tuning in today, whether you tune in on the CSN Radio Network or online at Travs.com or CSNSports.com. Thank you very much for tuning into the radio broadcast. Once again, the final score from Lawrence Dumont Stadium in Wichita. Wichita Wranglers 7, the Arkansas Travelers 6. Folks, don't forget it's just a game. And we'll talk baseball again tomorrow night.
The Arkansas Traveler postgame show was brought to you by Allstate Insurance. See your nearest Allstate Insurance agent anywhere in Arkansas today. And remember, you're in good hands with Allstate. Arkansas Traveler Baseball has been a presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network.